Woodward Sports, let's go!
Woodward Sports Network, let's go!
And good morning to you. Welcome to the Morning Woodward Show live on the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network. And man, what a crazy weekend it was, not only for sports, but just for our lives in general. And we're going to recap that on today's show. Adham got married last night, and it was my first time at a Lebanese wedding, and I made some gaffes, I guess you would call it, cultural mistakes.
Oh, you did.
So we got those stories coming up. Yeah, that's the face I was making a lot last night.
We got to get that security footage. We need this. Yes.
Security
footage.
Yeah, so that was a mistake. Fish, Joey, and myself went to a Detroit FC soccer game over the weekend, and you know how much Fish likes soccer, so we got a recap video for that. NBA playoff basketball, the Mayweather fight happened last night. Paige is in here for some stories that she's going to give during Joey's news. So just a whole bunch of stuff going on this Monday show. Hopefully you guys had a great weekend. Make sure you let us know that you're watching and listening right now, and drop your name in the chat and let us know where you're from so we can give you some shout outs on this Monday. But first, guys, where do you want to start off? We can start off two ways. Julio, or do you want to start off basketball?
We've done basketball too many times. Let's start it out with Julio.
Julio has been rumored. It's not official, but it's pretty much officially official, not official. He is going to the Tennessee Titans, and that's that. And they didn't have to give up the first-round pick, which everybody was so terrified of.
I knew they were not going to give up that first-round pick. And that's if they wanted to move Julio. He was getting up there in age, and you're not going to give a first-round pick for an aging wide receiver. No disrespect to him, but he's not going to move the needle for any franchise like a quarterback can, like a Matthew Stafford with the haul that the Rams got for him. So the fact that they were able to get Julio the Titans were able to get Julio for a second and a fourth.
Is this the best? Is this the best they had? This had to be the best offer they had.
I don't know if it's the best offer or not, but it's a damn good. It's a smart offer. If in the position that I am in, if I were the Titans GM, I would make that move because Julio is another weapon that Ryan Tannehill can have and add to that offense. Last year, they were the 5th-ranked offense in the NFL. Tannehill was 15th in passing yards and 8th in touchdowns last season. You're going to add that to King Henry. I don't think we need to say what he is.
No.
I think we already know.
We already know. The thing I love about this trade is it makes the Matthew Stafford trade look even fucking better. Like, it really shows that we fleeced the hell out of the Rams to get 2 first-round picks plus a third. And a good quarterback back.
I mean, Brad Holmes got glowing reviews when he left the Rams. I didn't think that he would go back to his organization and rob them straight up in the mid-broad daylight like the way he did. Because, again, like you just said, this just makes that trade look that much better. And you know who the MVP of this whole trade is? A.J. Brown. He did campaign videos to get Julio Jones to come there, and the prophecy was fulfilled. He got AJ there. He said, "You guys do not even understand what's about to happen."
That'd be so fun to create your own hype videos for somebody you wanted on the team, and they actually come on the team.
I mean, you see that a lot lately, especially with the Lions when there was players that we could possibly get. Then you would see our team tweeting out saying, "Hey, come on by to Detroit," things like that, and being inviting. I mean, it's just sweet that happens in the NFL.
Right. So where does this put the Titans in the scheme of the AFC? Like, if you had to rank your teams in the AFC right now, obviously I think you put them top 5, right?
I would put them, honestly, the second best.
Second?
I would put them second right behind the Chiefs. I believe that a healthy Chiefs, nobody's stopping that still. But I would put them right behind there because now they have damn near – let's call it I don't know if you want to call it a 3-headed monster or a 4-headed monster. They have something that they can work with. With Tannehill, you're adding that with A.J. Brown coming off back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons in a Pro Bowl with Henry and Tannehill. It's a lot. That's a lot of firepower in the offense, and now that's just another weapon for Tannehill. I don't know if he's going to rise his game to the level that Matt Ryan is, and that's really the one thing that Julio's going to miss. He's going to have a slight drop-off in quarterback. Granted, the Falcons were not winning the past couple of years, but Matt Ryan was still a damn good quarterback, so I don't know if how that's gonna affect Julio's numbers or whatnot. But hey, I like the move. I think that makes him the second best team in the AFC.
Hey, when we're talking about the Titans and we're talking about that offense, you got to talk about Derrick Henry. And anytime we can talk about Derrick Henry, we got to talk about those stiff arms, man.
Oh, yeah.
Just adding a Julio Jones to this powerhouse of an offense, and I could watch this all day. I love this footage. Get off of me!
He's so mean.
I just don't know how you defend these guys now at this point, because you want to stack the box to try to stop this monster, but you can't stack the box now that you have a Julio Jones there to complement A.J. Brown. I mean, I'm not sure who tweeted it out, or maybe it was Mikey who put it in the text, that Julio Jones is everything they thought Corey Davis was going to be. And sorry, Western Michigan, Corey Davis was not what he was supposed to be in Tennessee. Still got a chance, still a young receiver. I'd like to see him get his second chance, but at the same time, he ain't no Julio.
He ain't no Julio. But you see last night, the odds changed.
Yeah.
The odds changed for the Titans. Right before the trade, they were plus 4,000. Now they're at plus 2,500 to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they were like 35-1. Now they're 30-1 in Vegas. So,
Couple jumps.
Huh?
Couple jumps.
Yeah, I'd take it. Now knowing what they gave up to get Julio, what do you guys think? Do you think the Lions should have probably pursued him for a second and a fifth?
I don't think the Lions still should have pursued him at all.
Okay.
It still just would have been one of those things that was a cap casualty. They still think the Lions still need to go ahead and add players, and adding a guy like Julio with that contract, it would have swallowed up a lot of cap room.
Joey, what do you think?
I mean, that's it. I mean, if the money wasn't the way it was, like if this was going to be like a couple $1 million and then on top of that, just that with those 2 picks all day. But it was not. It was a hefty deal, and it was just something that right now I feel like we can use that to get a couple decent small weapons and not go for a heavy hitter like that.
We got to give a shout out to our boy Anwar Beydoun in the chat right now, and we'll be talking about Adam's wedding coming up. Yeah, Adam's out this entire week, so congratulations, Adam. Enjoy your trip to Cancun. That's where Adam is right now. I know his flight leaves in like 2 hours.
I love Cancun.
Yeah,
I literally on my trip to Cancun, I was literally 7 double shots of tequila in before 3 p.m.
Dude, the last time I went to Cancun, we went to the Cocobongo Club. I don't know if you've ever been there, but they do like all the dancing and performances and stuff like that. And I think it's like a $150 ticket to get in, right? But with that, that's your alcohol credit for the night.
Oh.
Right. And I went with 2 people that didn't drink. So we got to drink their alcohol credit too. Me and my boy Hassan went through $600 of tequila. We tasted their whole damn menu. Like by the end of the night, we were walking around the club just handing out tequila shots to everybody.
Is it like a big club?
It's huge.
You know what? I think, damn, that's the one that, you know what? I'm going to call him out. Spencer, with your cheap ass. That's the one you didn't want to go to with the long ass line outside.
Yep.
I'm like, let's go. And then one of my frat brothers, they said, why don't you guys go to that one? They showing videos from inside, like fireworks and confetti going off.
Performance after performance.
I was pissed.
Yeah, like Michael Jackson impersonators, Rolling Stone impersonators. Like it's the most hilarious experience. And you get a $150 liquor credit. So
that was worth it.
If you're ever in Cancun, bite the bullet and you'll drink that much. But yeah, when we got it thrown on us that we had to drink everybody else's tab too. Damn it.
Someone got to do it, right?
Tried every tequila under the planet. So that was so good. So Julio, he's going to be a Titan. We'll watch that. We'll see how it goes with them. That offense is scary, dangerous.
Stick got a little hangover, they're saying, huh?
It's a food hangover from Adam's wedding because they didn't have alcohol at Adam's wedding last night.
That food was good, though.
Food hangover, man. Oh, I'm still stuffed from all the lamb and hummus, and it was so damn good.
You should have seen the way, we'll talk about this later, but the way that Stick was being so nice to our waitress.
Oh, yeah.
She's just trying to get all that food in there.
I was trying to get a doggy bag to go. I was like, so how much of this food am I allowed to take home? You see women leaving leaving
Tupperware.
weddings. Yeah, no, they're leaving with the flower sets and all that. Why can't I leave with a platter of chicken?
Because you didn't bring your own takeaway, your own carry-out plates.
Next time, man. I'm coming to your wedding with like a cooler.
Coming with an igloo.
Pour some alcohol in bottles, too. Take it to go.
So we had a good time this weekend, and this coming up weekend, we're also going to have a good time with Sun RV up in Petoskey. And Joey, you ready for this camping trip, man?
Man, that Airstream, they've been sending us pictures. It looks beautiful. I'm just excited to be out there with my boys and have a good time because it's been a long time since I've been camping. I've only gone once. This is going to be Corey's first time, and we're going to be documenting the entire trip. That's the best part. So we're going to show it to you. But if you're thinking about a summer trip right now, you got to go to sunrvresorts.com and book for yourself because there's nothing better in Michigan than going out there camping, and this is that next level to camping. We call it glamping.
I'm looking to bring on another HVAC tech right now.
We are recruiting 5 to 10 techs a month.
We're looking to grow and expand.
Every new tech we hire is from Northwestern Tech.
The hands-on training is fantastic.
They're always my first call.
We love hiring Northwestern Tech grads.
They come out trained and ready to work.
Our program is only 10 and a half months, and our next classes are starting soon. So why wait?
I'm looking to hire
Hire a graduate
Of Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Welcome back to the Morning Woodward Show, live on the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network. Thank you guys for waking up with us this morning and being a part of the conversation. Lots of people commenting on Julio Jones going to the Titans. That was some big news yesterday. And then, of course, the other big news of yesterday, Game 7, Mavericks taking on the Clippers. And I thought this was a great game until the fourth quarter. Like, honestly, I was fully invested into that game. It was almost the exact opposite of the game earlier in the day. Like, that wasn't interesting until the fourth quarter.
That was a bad game.
This game was absolute. I mean, the Mavs were dominating this entire game. But come fourth quarter, Kawhi is just Kawhi, man. He's amazing to watch.
I mean, it was crazy. He came out swinging, even though the Mavericks ended the first quarter with the most points. He came out swinging and set the tone from. I actually think he set the tone from Game 6. When he put up 45 and 6 in Game 6, and I thought like at that moment, I felt like he took their soul. Like that was supposed to be the Mavericks game to close out that series, and they didn't. And he snatched their hearts in Game 6 and came back and finished it up with a 28-10-9 performance in Game 7. What can you say about it? I had the Mavericks winning. I had the Mavericks winning this series. I switched it mid-series because I was just like, all right. I thought Clippers at first. I said Clippers in 6. Then they weren't playing like the Clippers, so I switched to Mavericks. Should have stuck with my guns to begin with.
That when you watch that game, though, you can just tell the Clippers wanted this game more. You look at every single person on that roster; they all delivered. You look at even former Piston Reggie Jackson, and then your favorite
the
Luke
Pistons
Kennard.
balled out.
Literally,
Ex-Pistons balled out this weekend.
balled out.
Blake,
It's just,
Morris, like all
Why
of
you
them
gotta
were
bring up
balling
Blake?
out.
I gotta mention Blake.
Annoying the shit out of me. But since you mentioned Game 6, Corey, and like to your point of when he started to take over and dominate, I don't know if you guys saw this video. It was all over Twitter, and it cracked me up. It was a guy watching the game with his dad, and his dad just giving like the most basic commentary, but it's like the most wholesome thing you're ever gonna see. Let's watch this video real quick.
You good on me. It's crazy. It's really crazy. Suppose you double team this guy, because every time it's 1-to-1. I mean, the coach, really have to talk about it. You really try to slow him down. I mean, that's how our the coach Nick is better.
The dagger.
They're really crazy. This guy is crazy.
That is like the most wholesome video you're ever going to
That
see.
is
But he
hilarious.
nailed the coaching. Like, you got to double team this guy. What are they doing?
Said this guy's crazy. This guy's crazy. That's it.
I just cannot believe that the Clippers rode the back of 3 former Pistons to win this. Morris, Kennard, and Reggie Jackson combined for 49 points.
Dude, Kennard hit like back-to-back threes at one point. Reggie had back-to-back threes, and I'm just watching this like,
you mother effers.
where was that? Where was this?
And then the Nets game comes on.
Oh yeah, then you see Balake out there. What do you have, like 18 and 14?
Yup. 18 and 14.
Good God, man. But water under the bridge. They're gone. They're no longer Pistons. But at the same damn time, Luke Kennard goes from riding the pine pretty much through game 1 through 6 to lighting it up in the fourth quarter of game 7 to seal them the victory.
Hey, it's all that you got to do.
Honestly, and that's honestly a tribute to him, man. You stay ready. Like, you know, even though you're not in the game, even though you're not part of the regular rotation, when they call your number, you better be ready to go, and both those former Pistons were ready to go yesterday.
And you know what? You know one thing that I think turned the tide for the Clippers and made them come out those game 6 and game 7 ready to go? The fact that the Lakers are gone.
Yeah,
this is their shot. I don't know if they win. I'm not going to sit up here and predict if they win or not, but this is really their clear shot to take. I don't want to say take the throne, but at least try to take a claim of it. The Lakers are gone. You're LA's sole team left in the playoffs.
Yeah, Snoop's already telling you.
So we'll see what's going to happen in this next series. But hats off to them. If you would have told me before the playoffs started that the Los Angeles Lakers will be eliminated before the Los Angeles Clippers, I would have laughed at you dead in your face. I would have been like, you don't know shit about basketball. But
I think that's exactly what you told me.
Hey, the thing is, who in the hell expected the Suns to knock the Lakers out in the first round? I believe everybody expected a competitive series because of Chris Paul and the team that he has with him, Devin Booker and DeAndre Ayton. But getting knocked out in the first round, I don't think anybody expected that. Maybe second or third, maybe.
Yeah.
At least the Staples Center is getting a little bit of action. Not the team we thought, but at least they're getting some action.
Yeah, and they still didn't really have full capacity in there last night, which, you know, further down the road, like that may home court advantage may start to mean a little more with the fans coming back. And then we saw it yesterday too. The Hawks taking on the 76ers. Oh, actually, before we move on, did you guys see Luka not want Paul George's jersey at the end of the game?
No, you got that?
Here's Paul George. He's like, great, man. You're the best.
You're the best player. I know I am.
You're the best. You're the best. You're so good. Sorry we beat you. Thank God I joined Kawhi. Otherwise, I wouldn't be winning shit. You want my jersey?
No.
Here, take my... Nope. You know what? Why don't you just give that to somebody who wants it?
Wait, what? Is that really what happened?
I'm assuming... It looked like he was taking off his jersey, and Luka just kind of sidestepped it.
Look. It's not the fact that I don't like the jersey swap. I think the jersey swap is cool. You know, neat little tradition. But I don't want a Pandemic P jersey.
Right. And maybe Luka had his jersey already promised out to somebody. Like, you're going to get my jersey. So it's like, I can't do this trade right now.
But, like, realistically,
how
would you want that?
embarrassing, though, for Paul George.
I would have switched my jersey with Marcus Morris before I switched it with a Pandemic.
Would you want Paul George's jersey for real?
No.
No. You got to reach a certain level. Like, LeBron giving it over, okay, that makes sense. But Paul George, nobody wants your jersey. Maybe a kid in the stands.
I saw that and I died laughing.
I mean, if he took Paul George's jersey, that would have been like, damn, I'm never going to get out the first round.
He's like, nope, I'm good. Give it to somebody who actually wants your jersey. So moving on to the next game that was on yesterday, which we were talking about, almost the exact opposite. The Hawks were dominating this game for the first 3 quarters, and then with like 5 minutes left, all of a sudden the Sixers decided to show up.
Yeah.
They got it down to 2 points with like a minute left. It was a game. They started, doing full court press, but Trae Young is just amazing.
Trae Young.
He's just amazing to watch.
You got to give it to Nate McMillan, the coaching job that he has done since stepping in. It's like Trae Young is becoming a more complete player. It's just I don't really know what else either way to categorize it.
That was after a big 3 right there. Yeah, honestly, we were about 3 points away from roasting Nate McMillan's ass this morning, though, because the way they pulled off the gas and just tried to milk that clock and that 17, 15-point lead for that fourth quarter, You can't do that in playoff basketball. Momentum swings like that, they almost got screwed.
Yeah, you gotta put the pedal to the metal and kill them. Take them out. You can't leave anything. You can't let sleeping dogs out there like that.
You cannot let them off the mat. Period. Nope. Like period. At any time in a playoff game, like. What was the game we were watching? Oh, just the Lakers game. Even when they were down by 26, it's like, all right, they cut this to 17. All right, they cut this to 11. Oh, my God, a three-pointer here. They're within 8, and it's an actual ball game. You never know. So you got to constantly keep the pressure on.
And that's the thing, too. You look at Trae Young dropping 35 in that game, but the end, that's all that matters. You got to close out that game, and they get outscored by 12 points in the fourth.
Yeah. Well, they got lucky.
Happen.
I mean, that Bogdanovich shot when he goes shh like that was to put them up 6 with like a minute and 15 seconds left, and you were like, all right, they can breathe a little easy. 2 turnovers later on their end of the court, and next thing you know, it's an actual ball game. But the Hawks are up. They stole home court advantage. Do you think the Hawks are going to steal this series?
They have a shot. I mean, Joel Embiid can't do what he did to begin the game. I like the whole DX chop thing he was doing, but how do you come out to the Dear Generation X theme music, you come out with Triple H, and then you take the L? That cannot happen. That just can't happen.
Nope.
But no, just realistically, I don't think that I think that the Sixers should win this series in 6 games, but they can't play around with a guy like Trae Young, Bogdanovich. They have good weapons over there, and they have a good coach, so Don't mess around, or you can find yourself in a series longer than it should be. And if it goes 7 games, still think that it'll be Sixers regardless. I think the Sixers you can pencil them in for the Eastern Conference Finals. They just got to take care of business.
If you're the Sixers and you lose to the Hawks, just close up the franchise. Just close it up. You've spent, 5-10 years trying to go through the process to build this super team. And you failed if you lose to the Hawks, who just drafted Trae Young, or didn't even draft Trae Young, got traded Trae Young on draft night for Luka, which in the scheme of NBA all-time draft night trades, that seemed to work out well for both teams.
Yeah.
But either way, you can't lose to this Hawks team. They don't have a star besides Trae Young.
And also, too, if the Sixers lose this series, I think they should do this regardless of if they win it or not. They got to move Ben Simmons. I think the whole Ben Simmons paired with Joel Embiid experiment is ran its course.
What's crazy, though, is they've already moved on from Fulton. So, how many, top first-round picks are they going to move on from that were supposed to be part of the process?
I don't know. Until they get it right. I mean, Markelle Fultz, that shot, I think they should have gave him a little bit more time. His shot was kind of funky. It was all broken, but I mean, I'd rather work on a guy with a broken shot than a guy who just cannot shoot at all. Ben Simmons is a liability.
And this goes back to my point. Every time people are tank to get a better draft pick, tank to get a better draft pick, you sound stupid. Because look at what Philly did. They tanked for how many years to get a better draft pick, and they didn't hit on their draft picks. So it's more about who you draft than where you're drafting. I don't care. I'm still hearing people bitch that Todd Gurley scored for, the Falcons and gave the Lions that extra spot because it dropped us down to number 7. We got Penei Sewell. We would have drafted him at 3 anyway.
We would have grabbed a quarterback or something if that not be the case.
It worked out for us, and this is how sports work. So the people that are always, we need that better draft pick. No, you need to draft correctly with whatever pick you have, period.
Just make sure your scouting department is on point. I mean, it doesn't. I think we've seen the Patriots. We've seen other teams who have. It doesn't matter where they draft. They scout. They have scouts who get the best talent to what the coach personnel needs.
Yep.
And another Piston, by the way, another former Piston, Tobias Harris.
Oh yeah, Toby Harris.
That's the one that I did not want traded. I felt that they traded Tobias Harris prematurely. Granted, he stunk it up in the playoffs in that sweep, but I thought they had Tobias on a manageable contract, and the only reason Stan Van Gundy traded him was because he was coaching for his job, and I don't know. I don't want to talk about Tobias Harris. That's a recent sore spot with me because I didn't want him gone.
And he looks like J. Cole, which,
yeah,
I want him on the squad. I wanted him and Bobby Shmurda on the squad forever. But But, Reggie Jackson had to go, too. So that's that.
Reggie, I was happy that they got rid of.
Oh, man, I would have drove Reggie to wherever the hell he was at. Wherever he going there. Where? Saskatchewan? All right, I'll get him there.
Dude, him playing in those clear lenses just looks so weird, man. Like, he looks like the guy that shows up to the rec league, like, with the elbow pads on and the glasses. Like, he's ready to go.
He all decked out and ain't got no game.
Right, Captain Fundamental out there. Another game tonight, the Nuggets and the Suns, game 1 of this series. I'm really looking forward to this series, just the way these two teams match up with each other. Who do you got in this?
Ooh, I'm going to go with the Suns, but I would have really loved to have seen this series with Jamal Murray out there.
Yeah.
'Cause Jamal Murray versus CP, that would have been real TV. That would have been some real action. I like DeAndre Ayton's defense, but I don't know if he's gonna be able to have enough to stop the Joker. That's just it. Michael Porter Jr., he's about to come out there blazing. I believe they're forming quite the dynamic duo. The Suns should win, but I mean, you know what? I'm a flip flop. I got to think about this one. I got to really think about this.
You got till 10 o'clock tonight to make up your mind.
Okay. Because I don't know. I really don't know. This is a pick'em series of me.
Okay, Joey, who you taking?
I like the Nuggets. I mean, you see them in Game 6 is really where I saw so much just team chemistry of them really starting to play playoff ball together, because initially when you look at that, I thought the Trailblazers were going to take that. But you see the Nuggets just bounce back and take that series. I'm going to go with them to win this one, but I am big fans of the Suns, obviously, what they achieved in that last first round. As a LeBron fan, disappointed to see that, but the Nuggets got this.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the Suns deal with Jokic. That's to me the main matchup that you got to watch. That and CP3's injury. I think if his shoulder keeps getting knocked the way it is, like every single time somebody touches him, he goes down and holds his shoulder, it may hurt. But, Booker's on a mission. And we've seen guys carry teams. You're kind of seeing it with Trae Young. He's on a mission. Booker's on a mission. And if he can get it done, I'd throw it to Booker's hands. It's going to be interesting to see DeAndre Ayton and how he matches up with Jokovic.
Jokovic.
The tennis player.
Tennis with basketball player.
Jokic. It's going to be interesting to see how he matches up with Jokic.
Did I hear Djokovic?
Fish. Yeah. How do you think tennis players would do in the NBA, Fish?
Pretty bad.
Yeah. How do you think NBA players would do in tennis?
Pretty bad.
All right.
So some of them could do well.
I mean, if you're an athlete, I feel like you could be good at tennis.
Speaking of Djokovic, he's playing right now.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Okay, where's he playing at?
French Open.
The French Open. Oh, yeah, I forgot that's going on.
He's playing Musetti.
Should he win that match?
He should. He's in a tiebreak right now.
Fish watching this game live.
Fish
this match.
Good day of work for you, Fish. Good day of work.
I'm listening to the show. My job is listening. So that's what I'm doing.
How do we sound, Fish?
You sound great.
All right, thank you. Then we're good to go. So that's the matchup for tonight. I want to take the Suns to win the series, but that's more of a heart pick than a head pick. I just like the Suns. I like the squad, and it's going to be interesting to see who wins the NBA title, because now that
LeBron and Curry are both out.
Yeah, LeBron and Curry are out, and the Mavericks are out. So I think the last... Like I saw a stat yesterday that of all the teams remaining in the playoffs, the last championship one was like 78. That's the closest. And there's like 4 teams that have never won a championship in there. The Mavs getting eliminated. They won in 2011. They were the closest team. So we're going to see a champion that we haven't seen in almost 40, 50 years.
I love that.
Or ever.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. It's the NBA needs parity. The NBA needs new stars. As you know, LeBron James is getting older. Stephen Curry, he's starting to wind down. Not yet, but he's getting there. They need new stars, and to be able to have the young guns in the league right now taking over. Some of these guys are about to get their first taste of NBA gold. Love it. This is what the game needs. And hopefully it'll stay that way.
And that's really what it is. I mean, you look at a LeBron, like him getting older, you're going to see way quicker than a Steph Curry or a shooter. Because Curry's always going to be lights out. You can't stop that.
Right. That's why Reggie Miller played till he was like 97 years old. Like, Reggie was out there just draining threes. Looking forward to those 2 games tonight, and also looking forward to the grand opening of Levels in Centerline. It's happening next month, pretty much literally a month from today will be their grand opening in Centerline, and it's going to be a good time out there. We're going to have prizes to give away. We got some local artists that are going to be there, food trucks, all types of good stuff. So if you're looking to have a good time and you're looking to just check out the new place, you can do it on their website right now, enjoylevels.com, or give them a follow on Instagram at enjoylevels.
Good morning, everyone.
Extra, extra, read all about it.
Let's get into Joey's news.
Let's go!
So we just wrapped up talking some NBA playoffs. If you missed it, LA Clippers were down 3-2 on Wednesday, pulled off that miraculous comeback, beating the Mavs back-to-back. And just watch this right here of Kawhi lockdown defense on Luka to end the game. Just beautiful.
Doncic trying to answer. Leonard draped on him. Doncic steps back, now drives, gets in the paint, falling away. Shot won't go. Rebound goes to Paul George.
It makes you realize how slow Luka really is.
Yeah, he was like glued to him.
He was. But that's it. You know, at the end of the game, you got to have that lockdown defense of the best versus the best. Kawhi back-to-back step-back threes. This one from Friday. Love to see this.
And he wants this matchup. 5 to shoot. Leonard, step back 3. Bang! Kawhi Leonard from downtown. Batum, back to Leonard. Shot clock at 6. Leonard, step back 3. Puts it in! He does it again!
That's what I love to see. It's like, you know he's doing that, but you still got to respect that drive game. It's impossible to stop.
You know the thing about Kawhi? I know people are going to kill me for saying this. Michael Jordan was not known for shooting three-pointers, but Kawhi's shooting form resembles Jordan so much. Just that whole dribble and pull up,
high release.
That looks like Jordan.
I was impressed with the speed of his crossover. Actually,
Yeah.
like in Game 6, like he was snapping that ball back and forth. I haven't seen that out of him in a long time. So yeah, he looked damn good, man. And if Kawhi gets clicking, he's one of the best in the league, both ways.
Yeah.
And you saw it there on the defensive side for sure. Yesterday we just finished talking about former Detroit Pistons and their performance in the playoffs. You see Reggie Jackson showing love to his teammate post-game.
Defensive mindset. You said you had a defensive mindset.
Best man on the planet, in the words of Reggie Jackson.
There you go.
And Nets James Harden ruled out for Game 2 with a hamstring tightness.
Does it matter?
This is what's crazy. April 7th to May 12th, he was out with this injury. But you see, the first drive that he had of Game 1, he gets this injury, and the rest of the game, they didn't have him, and they still won.
I mean,
he's a luxury item.
Here's
when
the
you're
thing.
that good, you're that much of a super team that you could go out in the first play.
Okay, look, let's be real. If you have a healthy Kyrie Irving and a healthy Kevin Durant, that is all you need to win an NBA title. That's all they needed to begin with. Having James Harden is just overkill. Like, okay, first we're going to whoop your ass by 15. Now we're going to do it by 25. That's the difference.
Yeah, he's the icing on the cake, man. They didn't need him this year, and they got him, and it was just like they really had a problem fitting him in.
Yeah.
Like, how are we going to get this guy all the shots when we got these two amazing people to get all the shots? So, listen, I hate to see James Harden go down, and you could see Kyrie taking it hard, and you could see Kevin Durant taking it hard. You know, they want this guy to win. He wants to be competitive. He wants to play in the game. But, yeah, him leaving, I don't think it really affects them as much as it should any normal team on the planet. And there he goes, walking off the court right there.
You know what I've realized? And have you guys realized this? The Bucks suck in Game 1. I'm serious. Like, anytime, go back, any series, the Bucks just suck in Game 1 of the playoffs.
I'll have to look that stat up.
Here's the thing, though. The Bucks don't have enough. And I know that may sound crazy to say, but Drew Holiday, He's good, but he's not that guy that's going to go get a bucket for you. Chris Middleton, good. We've seen that. He cannot go get a bucket for you when needed. So I expect both of those guys to be packaged in the offseason and probably, like I said, maybe might get Dame.
That's what I was just going to say.
Know.
Dame Lillard. Dame Lillard. That's who they need. And if you saw the reports over the weekend that there was lots of trade talks for Dame Lillard, lots of interest in people calling the Blazers to try to get him. I
think it was Mr. Prod Design that did the Photoshop of him in a Pistons uniform.
Look, I'm telling you right now, I love Killian Hayes, but don't make me that happy.
I was going to say, do you trade? How about this? I'm just proposing this. Not that I want to see Killian gone. I like Killian. I like
Adam's
the way his
not here.
game.
We could do hypotheticals.
Yeah, we could do
Yes. He's gone. You know, this should be a whole week of this should be a whole week of hypotheticals.
Hey, just do a crazy ass one and then just send it to Adam. He's gonna join in Facebook chats.
What the fuck are you guys doing?
You don't even watch basketball.
You're stupid.
No, Killian Hayes in our lottery pick for Dame.
I'd consider it.
I mean, it depends though. What if we get number 1 lottery or something?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
So before or after we know the lottery? This is like an airhead mystery, man.
Right.
Don't do those to me.
So now we're doing a hypothetical on a hypothetical.
Right?
Good God, we're gonna blow Adam's mind.
Double down.
It's like a dum-dum with a question mark right now.
I was thinking of things that the Pistons could trade and make an enticing offer for Dame Lillard if we wanted to go that route and try to like spice this team up immediately. But it would cost something.
Yeah.
Like it would cost a Killian Hayes and maybe Sadiq Bey plus a pick. Or, and then I started thinking, like, is that a lot? But then you start thinking, yes, it's a lot, but it's Dame. It's Dame.
He's only 30 years old. You can't even start the discussion of, oh, he's too old, he's on his way out. This guy, you see him, the way he's balling out, I'm taking that all day.
I think you put Dame on any team in the East, and they're automatically in the picture.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just that
Beef
simple.
stew with him?
Because the thing is, the West is so loaded, and Dame had to deal with that for his entire career.
Right.
It's not like he's not good enough. He's just that he does not have enough. But Bucks, get them out of here.
7-time Pro Bowler Julio Jones traded to the Tennessee Titans, and the Falcons received a 2022 second-round pick and 2023 fourth-round pick, and sent the Titans a 2023 sixth-round pick in exchange. This right here, I mean, this is going to be a good fit for Tannehill.
Ooh, look at that man run.
Just speed.
Look at that man run. He leads the NFL in reception yards per game. I think he's got like 96 per game over the course of his career, and Calvin's sitting number 2 at like 84, 85. Like, that's how dominant Julio Jones has been. And I know people crack on him and say, oh, he was injured last year. He doesn't get the amount of touchdowns that he used to get. That's all good and dandy, but that had something to do with Calvin Ridley. It had something to do with their running game, and it had something to do with a guy named Matt Ryan. A.J.
Brown don't care. He said he wanted Julio. And, wide receivers are normally known as divas. To see A.J. Brown, who's coming off back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, openly say, Julio, come here. You're the greatest wide receiver of this generation. We got Tannehill. He can ball. King Henry. I don't need to talk about him. And then here's the part where he says, and then you got me. I mean, I got a Pro Bowl or whatever. But come on.
So you look at Derrick Henry in all of his seasons. Yards kept going up and up and up, and just past 2,000 on the season. You think they're going to pull back a little bit on that running game?
Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. No.
They just got another tool in the box where they can just trick your ass and all right, we're going to do this, we're going to do that.
But how good does Ryan Tannehill feel about now? Like, he went from being almost tossed out of the damn league to becoming Marcus Mariota's backup. They make that switch. Everyone doesn't think it's going to work. And Tannehill has just turned in, I almost said to an elite quarterback in the NFL.
Oh, he will be with the stats after this season.
He will be. Tannehill, whatever church he goes to, he needs to pay tithes and offering pretty much half of his salary this season.
Right. Tithes are normally 10%. He got to do 20%.
He got to do 20, 25.
And you can't forget Tannehill's girl, too. She is tip of the cap to you, Ryan.
He's winning in all ways in life.
Yeah, he's having a good run.
On to boxing. Floyd Mayweather versus Logan Paul, the exhibition. We all laughed thinking Mayweather would destroy him, but YouTube star, undefeated boxer, goes the distance.
Let's be real about I want to be real about this. you got to give Logan Paul his credit for
lasting the
quote
8 rounds.
unquote going the distance. But if you really watch that fight, Floyd was just in there just toying around and playing with them. Logan was gassed by round 3.
Yeah, the one thing I did learn, though, Logan can take a punch. And we'll discuss that. Art's going to come in later to discuss that fight. So
I told everyone, I warned you people. You guys like, oh, Mayweather's going to win in 1 round, 2 rounds. No, I said Logan Paul's going to come out fighting. And
Did you watch the fight at all, Fish?
I watched a little bit.
Okay, I want to hear your recap of it when we get into that topic a little later on the show, okay?
Okay.
All right. Save it for the show, Fish.
I didn't want to pay that pay-per-view. I was trying to find an illegal link, so I just watched recaps.
Joey sends a text to our entire group thread. Anybody got a link?
Yeah, I watched.
Our chat got the links, though, normally.
I watched the whole thing.
Let's get into it later.
Yeah,
let's get into it later.
interesting.
I don't want to spend too much time on it during Joey's
What
news.
about Ocho Cinco?
You got knocked the fuck out!
And the best was he said afterwards, I think I'm ready for McGregor. No, the hell you aren't.
Now, first off, I said that Chad Johnson was going to get his ass knocked out. I said it. I was looking forward to it. But I will say this. His personality diffused a lot of the jokes because just immediately after Twitter, I lasted 4 rounds with such and such and I freaking survived. I'm having a great night. He was just out there for the fun of it, and until that fateful knockdown, he was all right. He was holding his own. I still didn't think of him much as a boxer, but it is a form of fighting. He was holding his own to that knockout.
I mean, if anything, like things like that make boxers more credible because like Ocho Cinco was an elite athlete at one point. It just shows you can't just be an elite athlete and step in the ring. Like there's a science to knocking the hell out of somebody.
But you see like Darius Slay and all these other all these other athletes coming out saying like their respect towards Ocho Cinco for just going out there and doing it.
Right.
At least it wasn't as bad as Nate Robinson Night.
Right.
But it was still bad.
Oh, Reggie Bush clowned him.
Did he?
Reggie Bush.
Oh, he did?
Reggie Bush went in on him.
And this is what Ocho Cinco took to Twitter afterwards to say, $1 million in 8 minutes. Can't wait to celebrate tomorrow at McDonald's. I'm sure you're going to be eating a little bit better than McDonald's.
No, he loves McDonald's. Like that used to be his pregame meal.
It's crazy.
And he's still on that tip.
I'm going to be honest. Like there's so many people, even my former boss, Paul, he's like in his upper 60s. The dude's old. But he eats McDonald's every single day. That's like this key to success.
Yeah, and Paul's balling, too. It's not like Paul needs to eat off that dollar menu.
No, but it's like you see some people like McDonald's really carry some of these people.
I can't do Whack Arnold's.
Hey, did you see Floyd, by the way? I forgot to show this picture. Floyd walking out in his new sponsorship. OnlyFans, bro.
Oh, for real?
OnlyFans.
And Bet Online. Like I'm glad I bet you the mask sponsor was really pissed at the hat sponsor.
Yeah, because you know that betting overpowers everything. But hey, probably a couple subscriptions for some OnlyFans after seeing that.
Do you think it's his OnlyFans?
No, I think they just paid. They gave him a nice check to wear that hat out there. Both sponsors, and why not?
To see him not wearing the money team on there?
Where's Cam Soda at? That's what I want to know.
He had the money team on the side.
Right, but I mean, he always got that thing plastered.
Hey,
right.
He's Floyd Money Mayweather. He's for sale.
Right. Whatever you want.
Look, he took the fight against Logan Paul. Of course, he's for sale for anything.
CMU beating Michigan, but losing on Sunday to Notre Dame 14-2 in the NCAA Regional Final Elimination game. But look at this home run, cape, and football helmet celebration. This is amazing.
But the Chippewas.
Look at this. Takes the helmet off and takes on the cape after home runs.
Cape is getting some mileage now. The helmet.
That's awesome. It's like the interception chain at the U.
Yeah.
I like that.
Just to see that for CMU, getting that national headline right there was amazing this weekend.
Yeah.
Dope.
And lastly, several arrested. This is why we can't have nice things, guys. We finally open up, get to go out and party until 2 o'clock, and I was actually supposed to head to Greektown. I'm excited I didn't because this big-ass brawl takes place.
A large fight caught on a cell phone camera fell on the first weekend in 6 months where restaurants and bars
Craziness
did not have a
happening.
state-mandated curfew tied to COVID-19 restrictions. As you can see, police tried breaking up the melee. DPD leadership says the crowd turned on officers, pushing, shoving, and injuring several of them.
They don't respect the police, so it's real bad.
When the sun goes down, it turns to a different type of area.
On Friday, the city's new interim police chief, James White, said his department planned to increase patrols for the weekend.
Jersey, though. You see that Pistons teal jersey on the streets?
That's why the fight started.
I'm disappointed, Joey.
Why?
I thought this was going to be dumbass of the day.
Oh.
I got something better even for dumbass of the day.
Ooh.
Yep.
Yeah, but
there's a lot of dumbassness this weekend.
Greektown, it was 82 degrees. The first night, all the bars were open till 2 a.m. And, things are going to happen.
I know, but this is why we can't have nice things the first freaking weekend of this being open.
Yep. Just wait, man. People have been cooped up for a year and a half. They can't even go to goddamn basketball games without trying to spit on people and stuff. What do you think's going to happen when they're free in public?
Oh, it's not even hot enough yet. Just wait Just wait.
Yep. And that the river walk too this weekend was packed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was down there yesterday for a baby shower. It was packed, to say the least.
And then our Monday, our new ritual that I love, the addition of Paige, our newest intern, to give us another sports story.
Mikey, you're going to be on camera too, so make sure you look good.
Put your shirt back on real quick, Mike.
Yeah, there we go. Zip those sleeves up. Oh, no, good. Okay, you just zoomed in on Paige. Excellent choice.
Even better.
Excellent choice.
Even better.
All right, go ahead, Paige.
All right, so this past weekend was the U.S. Gymnastics Nationals, and Simone Biles, we've been talking about her a lot, she won her 7th all-around title. Now, what this means and why it's such a big deal is she's the first woman to win this Nationals 7 times. It comes around once a year. She's the first woman. A man has done it. First woman to win it 7 times. And she's the first woman to actually win back-to-back championships since like 50 years ago. So she's not only done it 7 times, but it hasn't even been done back-to-back in 50 years. And every time Simone has competed in these nationals, she has won. She's gone 7 times, and she has won 7 times. It is absolutely insane. The nationals started on Friday, and she did so well on Friday that everyone knew that she was going to win. Every single person there, they said that her score set her so much apart. She was a shoo-in to win. And I talked about Simone about 2 weeks ago, and there was a goat bedazzled on her leotard. She had a brand new leotard. Again, the goat was on it. I think that she deserves a goat on every single one of her leotards.
You think she's going to trademark that, and that's like going to be her logo?
It's got to be. It was the same goat that it was on it was the same exact pattern.
Right.
You can't trademark a freaking goat as an athlete.
You can trademark anything.
Maybe that exact image. Maybe she's the only one that could use that one.
Like that style of the goat.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Yep.
Maybe she's gonna trademark. Nobody else can bedazzle a goat on the leotard.
Because
it's only her.
The official, if there was a GOAT logo, it got to have a little bit of Tom Brady in there, number 12 something.
Right.
That's true. Maybe she could trademark.
That's just the new image of a GOAT.
Yeah.
It's just Tom Brady.
Yes, then just put a little point on the front.
Put some horns on him.
Right.
She'll be the only one that can do it in gymnastics. And she was already the most decorated gymnast at nationals, so this is just adding on to her many titles. And the trials are in 2 weeks, and that's to determine who's on the national team for the Olympics. But she's already a shoo-in for it, so
Awesome.
she most likely will be on that national team in July.
And Paige, congrats to your Chippewas for knocking off Michigan.
I know. Shout out to my boys at CMU. That was really cool. I liked seeing that.
You know anybody on the team?
I know multiple people on the team. My roommate's boyfriend is on the team, so we'd go to every single game. So, yeah,
oh, nice.
I'm friends with a lot of them on there.
And then your buddy that was on the football team that got shot, he's healthier now and out of the hospital and all that good stuff.
He lives in Ohio, so he's back in Ohio, recovering. He's doing well, too.
Hey, you think when he goes back on campus, this dude's a legend?
Oh, hell yeah.
Like, imagine how ladies are going to look at this dude. Like, he survived a bullet.
Yeah, there was a kid that got shot when I went to University of Detroit, and when he got back on campus, he got shot in the arm too. When he got back on campus, it was like, dude, that's the dude that got shot.
Can I see your bullet shot?
Yeah, man, dude. Guac got shot, man.
That's him.
And the poor kid was from Nigeria and just came over at this, Detroit shit. He got shot, but he was the dude that got shot. Everybody knew him. He was infamous.
See, this is Mount Pleasant shit this time too.
Right. This is a Mount Pleasant house party getting gangster. So Paige, be careful when you're out at those house parties.
I will be careful the next time I go.
But thank you for your news update. We appreciate you coming in on Mondays. Paige is our intern for the summer. When do you go back to Central?
My rent starts in August, but I can go back to school. We start in first week of September.
Okay, perfect.
Hey, guys, we're going to Somerset Mall. We got to go there this week because Bridge Street Exchange officially opened.
Yeah.
And it looks so freaking beautiful in here. And if you are the one that says, man, it's just too far to go to downtown Fenton, listen. Just go to Troy right there. Somerset Collection, Bridge Street Exchange, new store setup is officially open. And this is where I love to shop. And you got to update that summer wardrobe. Ladies, if you want to spoil your man and get him something, this is where you got to go. I know you like going to the mall, so just stop on by. Support this locally owned business. BridgeStreetExchange.com. Use the code word WSN. Get 15% off right now.
Tony is a third-generation logger that has a simple, practical approach to life and work. That's why his Coast DX342 knife is perfect for him. The stainless steel blade is rust resistant and made for all-weather use. And the double roll-lock safety ensures that it will never inadvertently close when he doesn't want it to. That's why Coast is trusted tough.
Do I really have to tell Fish to shut the hell up that he doesn't know what he's talking about?
You could tell me to do that, but
I love you, Fish,
like all 3 shows have been complaining about the sheet.
We weren't complaining. You butted in on a conversation. You had no idea what we were talking about.
Mind your own damn business,
I heard
Fish.
part of it.
Part of it. And then you started yelling at us.
It was about reeds, right?
No.
Well, anyways, Caldwell, your sheet is awesome.
Great topic for
Okay.
this show,
The
Fish.
sheet is awesome, and we like to go by the sheet, but damn, Fish, if you're going to yell at us, you better bring the heat and know what the hell you're talking about.
I brought the heat. I just didn't know what I was talking about.
I love you, Fish.
Only Fish could say, I brought the heat.
I just didn't know what I was talking about.
But no, that's like the 4th time people have talked about what do I do on the sheet. It's pretty simple. Is it not simple?
It is very simple, but that's not what we were talking about at all. We understand the process of the sheet.
All right, cool.
Yeah. But Fish, we want to bring you in on this conversation anyway because we had an experience this weekend. You went to the DCFC game with us, right?
I think so, yeah.
Did you have fun?
Yeah. Yes, I had a lot of fun. It was a fun time. It was, football, going to the game. Exciting.
Explain to me, Fish, why you don't want to drink or eat anything, especially when we tell you that it's free.
That's just me.
How? How do you go to a game? Like, that's the only reason why I go to games is for the snacks.
Yeah, well, that's why we're different. I go for the game.
And those chicken fingers were amazing.
Oh, my gosh.
I do eat sometimes.
Hennessy wings?
Oof.
But I was at the
I'm
game.
on week 3 of no meat, man. Don't tip me.
Oh, the Henny wings, baby.
Our boy Beasley, it was his boys that had that.
Yeah, Darius
nice.
Beasley from Head High. It was his boys that did it. It was great.
It was a good game, though.
Yeah, so Joey put together a little recap video, and here's what it looks like when the crew went out to the DCFC game. That was Saturday night, right?
Yep,
Yes, sir.
Saturday
It
night.
was a packed weekend.
Special thanks to Allied, DCFC's official financial services.
Thank you, Allied.
Start saving for what matters to you at Allied.com. After the match, be sure to check out DCFC's social media channels for tonight's Allied Save of the match.
All right, it's sticking, Joey. Joey, I'm at my first soccer game ever with the DCFC right here at Hamtramck. Fish! Come here, Fish. I hate to distract you from the game, but what's going on right now, man?
It's a corner. The other team is a corner.
A corner kick?
Yeah.
All right, how you liking the game? What do you think of the arena? What do you think of all this?
It's fun. It's exciting.
Absolutely beautiful night.
Bougie, we're sitting in the suites.
And there's Craig. What's up, Craig?
Come on, boys.
Yeah, we told them we're coming with Fish. They're like, you know what? We got to put you in the suites. So, Fish, thanks for the hookup, buddy.
Thank you. You guys hooked it up.
Hey, let's do some trivia real quick, Fish.
Oh, no.
Stick. How many minutes in a soccer match?
90 minutes, 2 45-minute halves plus extra time. Nailed it.
All you need is like 2 feet either side.
All right, hold on to your ass. Detroit City. Detroit City.
22 soft.
Woodward Sports, let's go!
So that was a look at our trip to DCFC in Hamtramck. And as you can tell, man, like, listen, I'll fully admit I have never been to a soccer game in my life. But, dude, the vibe, the energy, the people that were there, the young crowd, like, that was a lot of fun. Plus, they had good food and good liquor, too, so that's always a plus for me. But as you saw, like, their cheering section is absolutely insane. What are they called, the Northern Guard?
Yes, it's literally like you go to the best, think of the best high school and their student section. That's what they got, but with adults.
Right.
It was the greatest thing I've ever been to.
Now I got to go to Detroit FC game.
Yeah, you should have actually. We didn't invite you, but Corey, do you know who this is right here? Put the picture up. Tried being smooth and you can't even get my back. Can't do it.
Needless to say, we ran into Corey's brother. We ran into Corey's brother there, and I thought they were joking. I was like his real brother, and they're like, yeah. I was like, because Corey's got a lot of brothers, like fraternity brothers, like, you know, just. But no, your real brother was at the game with us.
Sounds about right. Only one blood brother. I got a brother and a younger brother and a younger sister.
He looks just like you.
Literally.
Yeah, I know.
That's how we knew it was Corey's brother.
My favorite part about going to a Detroit City FC game, though, is you're literally just walking through a neighborhood in Hamtramck. There's your brother right there.
Yep. Glad he cut it. I know my mom's glad he cut his hair.
Look at! I've never seen Fish smile so big in his life. That's a great picture.
I hate pictures, and I had to go in a picture. I guess I smile. I don't even know if I smile in any of these pictures because I don't like pictures. But I don't need a picture. I know what I look like. I know what the people I'm with look like because I'm with them.
But you're walking into a game, and it's literally just the neighborhood. There's a house on the other side of this fence to the arena, and it was just such an awesome environment to be there. And then you go in, and it's just a great local event because it's supporting a whole bunch of local food trucks and just an amazing event. And that was only 50% capacity.
Yeah, that's what was crazy is that was 50% capacity. And I love how they got them separated. Like, to the right is the family section. The other side is just a bunch of degenerates going crazy the entire game. Like, the guy that with the megaphone that was leading it, he was standing on a little stool, and he had throat lozenges just laid out in front of him. Like, he came to work, son.
That ain't it. You know, a quarterback out on the football field, how they got the cheat sheet? He had the cheat sheet on the sleeve.
Wow.
It's like, all right, we're doing number 17. And then, like,
they got numbers for the freaking chance?
One of them, instead of Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with, it was DCFC, nothing to fuck with. And I was like, oh,
I like this.
All right.
Okay, they got a little swag with them. All right, I'm going to go check it out. I got to check it out.
Fish, what'd you think of your experience? Because that was the second time you've been to a DCFC game, right?
3 or 4.
3 or 4?
It was a good experience.
Did you have fun?
Yeah. It was a good game. It was 0-0, but it was still a good
Oh,
game.
yeah. Yeah, after all of that, this is Stick's first ever soccer game, and the final score, Corey, 0-0.
That's why the, you know, like, the energy and the ambiance is so important, because it really, the game was kind of secondary to the experience, which was cool. Even though the game was good, they had some good moments, but I think they almost got into like 10 fights, which I'm all about.
Yeah, that goalie, what was his name? Kevin? Kevin
Gonzalez.
Yeah,
I see you, Kevin Gonzalez.
Corey, we were talking shit the entire game.
Fish was afraid he was going to come over and fight us. Fish was like, if he comes over here, I don't know what we're going to do.
Well, no. I wanted you to go by the goal because we were kind of like not at the goal. Like the goal was over there. I wanted you to go by the goal and talk shit to him.
No, we were too scared to do all that, Fish.
He acknowledged us twice, though.
He did.
He turned around like a couple times.
Give you a middle finger salute.
And then who were those little kids? Because those little kids were talking trash.
The Nationals was their team name.
Yeah.
That was literally Corey, right? So the VIP area, like they got little suites. It's ground level right there behind the actual goal net, and there's just fans lined up across the entire net. And at the second half, we were shooting our way, so the goalie was right there in front of us, and we were talking smack.
So it was a great time. Thank you to DCFC for inviting us down. I'll definitely go back, man. It was smooth. It was easy to get in, easy to get out.
And it's like $10 tickets, too, so this is an event that you got to go out to.
Man, get me out there. I'll definitely talk enough trash to get us into a scrap.
And it honestly gave you that Euro vibe. I was talking to Fish about that while I was there because, you're parking in Hamtramck, which is a very ethnic neighborhood to begin with. And you park on the street and you're walking down, you just smell all the food being cooked in all the different houses. And it gave you that really like Euro vibe. And then you're walking into this soccer stadium. So really good job by DCFC. Thank you, Fish, for coming. And every soccer game I go to from now on, you got to be my sidekick, all right? You're my +1.
Okay.
Yes.
And the train right behind the stadium, too. That was definitely notable.
Yep. Yeah,
literally
that was cool.
a train track right behind
and when
where
the train
balls
comes
fly
through,
out.
When the train comes through, the crowd goes nuts. It was like, ah!
And the train honks the horn and all that,
Right.
too.
I mean, it's only right. I mean, it's a damn train right there. You make use of it.
Right. So shout out to DCFC. Thank you guys for the hospitality. It was definitely a good time. And we got to give a shout out to our people at 8 Mile Vodka. I hope you had some over the weekend. It was a beautiful weekend to just be outside enjoying the nice weather. And how could it get any better? With a nice glass of 8 Mile. And you can mix it with whatever you want. Great with Bloody Marys too. So if you're feeling like that, this is the vodka for you. 8 Mile, born in Detroit. Make sure you pick some up today. Any Myers store.
Bridge Street Exchange, downtown Fenton. I'm trying to find me a shirt. Ooh, look at these swimming shorts. What are you doing over there, Stick?
I'm trying to find me a drink. Ooh, look at these bonfire bitters.
Ready for summer.
Let's go. Welcome back to the Morning Woodward Show on the Woodward Sports Network. And if you're wondering why we haven't done Adam's bets today, that is because Adam is on his way to Cancun to celebrate.
Pick the Tigers to lose.
Huh?
Pick the Tigers to lose by 59 runs.
There you go. Fish's bets for today. Pick the Tigers to lose. Last night was Adam's wedding, and like I was saying, I kind of had a few cultural faux pas when this happened.
Not a straight off rip.
Yeah.
Right when you walk into the door.
So when you walk into a Lebanese wedding, they have a beautiful arch of flowers. Like, it's just beautiful. It's gorgeous. You can tell the thing costs more than I make in a year. Like, it was amazing. And to the right are all the men that belong to the family, or I'm assuming that are associated with the wedding. And to the left are all the women, and they're just lined up like
Starts
that, right?
with the moms, goes to the siblings, and
Right.
goes to the aunts, and just all respect.
So, like, Adam's dad was the first one standing right there. But I opened the door, and I'm like, oh, shit. Like, they're waiting on the bride and the groom to walk through the family. Like, oh,
I'm
no,
late.
I'm late. I messed up. So I make a hard right, and I don't even walk through the arch. I just hug the wall and walk down, and I just sit down, right? Because Justin was already there, so I knew where I had to go. And about 2 minutes later, Adam's mom comes over and like, hey, just wanted to say hi. And, you know, you guys didn't shake our hands when you came in. I was like, oh, no.
So that's what that line was?
Yeah, so that was the line for everybody to just give thanks for throwing the wedding and, like, just show honor to the parents and to the family. And I just fucking biffed it, man. Completely did not know what the hell I was doing. So, like, 10 minutes later, I went back through the line and shook everybody's hand. And I'm shaking all the guys' hands, and I'm, like, going to go to the women. They're like, no, you just shake the guys' hands. I'm like, I don't know what the hell is going on. I'm just trying to, like, I just want to say hi to everybody. Right. So that was, like, immediately right off the rip. And then I go sit down at the table. I got my card with for Adam, which, by the way, Adam's probably not listening right now. I signed the card, you know, congratulations from Russell Westbrook. So he's going to have a nice envelope to open on his wedding. Or I hope they already did it last night. But, yeah, Russell Westbrook gave Adam some money last night.
He didn't. He would have texted you, called you.
Right. So I'm like, where do I put this envelope?
Sam, who the fuck is Russell Westbrook? Why is at wedding?
So I finally spot the box from across the room, and, you know, I drop the envelope. But this is like 15 minutes into me sitting there awkwardly, right? Then Joey walks in. What does Joey do? Looking smooth in his suit coat, looking all nice and shaved up. Joey walks down the line, shakes everybody's hand, touches his heart, does the whole formalities and all that good shit. And then, like, I'm watching Joey, and Joey just keeps walking right to the box, drops his shit in, and then comes over to the table like he knew what to do the entire time.
I look back at the table, they're all just like laughing, like, how do you know this? Like, oh, look, he did that. Oh, he did that.
And then Adam's wife's mom comes over to us, and she speaks French and Arabic. So me trying to communicate, I'm looking like an asshole, and she starts talking to Joey, and Joey knows a little bit of Arabic, not a lot.
I was like, yeah, so just saying thanks for coming and peace be with you, and then Stick just looks back, oh, peace be with you too.
I got like Catholic Church, like, and also with you.
Yeah, right.
You know?
Peace be with you, and also with you.
Oh, come on. So Adam pretty much just set you up.
No,
Or yes, he did. We didn't even know what venue it was until an hour before the wedding.
That is true. Adam's like, you coming to my wedding? We're like, yeah. Okay. Day of, I'm like, bro, where is this, and what time do we got to be there? But here's a little recap video of Adam's wedding. Absolutely beautiful. Another thing, like the guys that play the drums and stuff like this.
Legend.
I thought we're his best men and his groomsmen. I was like, man, they make the groomsmen dress like that. That's wild. Like this shit's wild.
Hey, real quick. We can't get banned for licensing on this music, right?
I don't know. I don't
We better
think so.
not.
I don't think so. But let's watch this video. Congratulations to Adam. Thank you to the Beidoun family for your hospitality. We had such a great time last night. So thank you guys so much.
Adham and Janan Beidoun, ça fait plaisir ensemble.
Damn, did he have a wedding or a concert?
Oh, it was crazy. It was awesome. Like, I looked at Justin, I was like, man, white people weddings suck. Like, we're in a barn.
Black people weddings suck.
We're in a barn. This is awesome. Let's hear some Kenny Rogers. Lebanese people coming in with a band, you know.
Born and raised in South Detroit.
Right. Put on Journey. Let's go nuts, everybody.
That's it, Adam. Now I gotta get Earth, Wind, and Fire at my wedding.
Right.
Live performance.
And you need DJ Freddie. That's who Adam had. So shout out to DJ Freddie. But what a great experience last night. The food was amazing. And I have never seen Adam happier than I've ever seen him. Like, I've known Adam about 3 years now, and I've never seen him smile that much. Dude didn't
smile, not that much, just smile.
Just smile, yeah.
Just smile.
Dude didn't leave the dance floor for like 4 hours. It was amazing.
I'm like, man, Adam out there just getting it.
Oh yeah, he had his like hands down and everything, and like him and his dad were like, you know, doing their little hip thrust and shit, and all these girls come over and start like fanning his dad's crotch, like cool down. It was.
Mr. Beidoun got respect in the community. Let's just say that.
Yeah,
He's the man.
He swung that thing. He's the man. But it was a great time at the wedding last night. So thank you guys so much for inviting us. And Adam, congratulations. We're so happy for you, man. Janan, beautiful. as always, and Janon's sister, Wild.
Hey, by the way, we got to find out if her sister's single for someone here by the name of Justin.
Oh, yes.
That's all we got to say. Fell in love.
He did fall in love last night. And he also wants a Lebanese wedding. So.
Yes, he does. He's like, I'm marrying a Lebanese woman. That's it.
So, yeah, great time last night. And where was that? Crystal
Gardens.
That's a nice spot.
Beautiful. My first
really
time
nice
there.
spot.
Beautiful spot.
When you're doing wedding photography, you know all the spots. That's like downriver, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep. So once again, congratulations, Adam. Enjoy your honeymoon. He says he's going to have a good time on his honeymoon. So
he should be naked right about. Actually, no, he's hopping on the plane.
He's
not
on
naked.
the plane. Hopefully he's not naked. That means he's getting frisked before the plane, and this is not starting off the right way. So
Adam should not be on the soul plane for his wedding.
Congratulations, Adam. Beautiful wedding, man. Can't wait to have you back next week, but please take your time. We're not going to bug you at all this week. Enjoy your new beautiful wife. And let's give it up for Adam, everybody.
Hey, 12 o'clock last night, though, he did reply to an email.
He did. That was funny. I'll update that for you. It's like, no, it's your wedding night, Adam. Stop. We'll talk about the fight that happened last night as well, and we'll do that coming up next on the Woodward Sports Network. You guys ready for it?
I'm
'Cause
ready.
we got some good pictures to show.
You want sports? We got sports for you right here, Woodward Sports.
How do I even come after that?
This is the only time I'm going to be calm because I'm certainly not during the show. Poor Joy.
I'm Drake Bill. I'm here.
Legion and Bell every day right here on Woodward Sports from 11 to 1.
Welcome back to the Morning Woodward Show, live on the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network. Thank you guys for watching on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitch, and on Twitter. Make sure you're retweeting. Make sure you're commenting. Let us know where you're watching. I always love to see where everybody's watching from, as it just lets us know where you're at. Where you're at. We want to know. So let us know in the chat right now, especially on YouTube and Facebook. The big thing last night, it was taking over all social media. It was a lot of hype around it. We haven't spent too much time on it because, at the end of the day, it was a joke.
Anytime the word exhibition is in a fight, we know it ain't the most serious. But still, all respect to the Paul bro taking on the best fighter around.
Yeah, Floyd Mayweather. And Corey, you watched the fight?
Yeah, I did. Watched it from start to finish.
And what did you think? Because you're a boxing fan, right?
Yeah, but first off, I'm going to give Logan Paul his credit for being able to just stay in there for the 8 rounds. I think Floyd, well, if you watch the fight, Floyd was toying around with him. He got him on he landed a lot of shots. If you look at the statistics, Paul didn't really land anything at all. Like, he was swinging, he was exerting a lot of energy, and he gassed himself out by the 3rd round. So, I mean, he didn't land much. Floyd was connecting as normal, was winning off points. Even though if they weren't scoring points, it was just like if they would have scored off points, Floyd would have won off points. But I think Floyd was just in there just toying around with him, having fun, getting a quick workout in because he was laughing the whole time. Logan looked gassed by the 3rd round. He was laying on Floyd. He was sweating like a dog. I mean, like, he was just drenched. He looked out of it. But the thing about it is that you still got to give him credit. He finished the fight. I think that as a boxing fan, it was shameful still. I feel that it was a real big slap in the face to the sport. But I give Logan Paul his credit for the fact that, hey, he went in there, got paid, walked out with pretty much no injuries. I mean, I know his eye was kind of starting to swell towards the end of it, and hopefully he said he wants to go back in there again. Hopefully he gets better conditioning. He has the body and the physique to be a boxer, but his conditioning got exposed.
I mean, you got to think about it though. Has he even gone all 8 rounds yet?
Well, he's 0-1.
Let's take a look at these stats that they posted up real quick. Jabs 50%, Mayweather, power 39%, total 40%. Look at these. Look at these land percentages for the Paul kid. 10% on his jabs, 15% on his power punches, and 13% total all the way around like that. So
see, but you even look at those stats. I expect that out of a Mayweather. For Logan Paul to last this, I don't care what anybody says.
Look at
he
that
is
left.
the man for lasting 8 rounds with the greatest boxer.
I mean, yes, he is. Listen,
It's a YouTube kid.
look at this.
He's a YouTuber.
This was the picture that summed up the whole fight. Like,
man,
throw
the
on
last
Tiny
three-
Dancer and let these two go at it.
The last couple of rounds, I didn't know whether they were square dancing, making out or what, because Logan clinched damn near the last 2-3 rounds. He was out of it.
Is there any rumor to the fact that the Paul kid is signed to Mayweather's camp?
I don't think
I saw that in a meme and I didn't know.
I don't think that he is, but what I do think that they're in business together that is probably under the table that nobody knows about.
Oh, they both got paid last night. We have Art from the Art of Combat podcast right here on the Woodward Sports Network in the studio. And Art, you were kind of reluctant to talk about this fight going in. You didn't want to give it any validity.
No, it's a circus, and we all enjoyed the circus last night. Hugging in the last couple of rounds, I think I would do the same thing too if I was going up against arguably the greatest boxer of all time. But I mean, round 1 looked really good for Logan when he was throwing those bolo punches in the last 10 seconds. But
Not
I mean,
hitting anything.
props to Floyd, I guess. But at the same time, like, it's kind of a mockery when you think about it. Like, a YouTuber went 8 rounds against the greatest defensive boxer of all time. It's
Well,
stupid.
Still undefeated,
that's why
though.
he's a defensive boxer. He didn't go 8 rounds against the best offensive boxer of all time.
And Joey had mentioned too, like, he's still undefeated. It's an exhibition, so it doesn't. If he would have knocked him out, it wouldn't have counted on his record anyway. As far as the Paul brothers go, I'll give Jake credit, and I hate saying that, but he's actually fighting a fight that's going to go on his record when he fights Tyron Woodley on August 28th. With Logan, I mean, props to him for going 8 rounds, but also, how bad does that make Floyd look?
Was that more impressive than Conor?
I'd say, honestly, yeah. It is, though, because when you think about it, he went 0-1 against KSI, Logan Paul did, which is another YouTuber, and they've had, 2 scraps. But you got to figure, like, Logan's been in this for, 3 years? And Conor got stopped in the 10th. So, I mean, if you want to compare it, I guess you could. But still, there's circuses. It's a shit show, and people bought it. I wouldn't be surprised if it was ranked as one of the highest ranked pay-per-views. Sadly, that's embarrassing.
I can't wait to see those numbers.
I don't think Floyd was trying to hurt Logan at any point in that fight. I just think he was just out there just getting a workout in and touring
It's
with
a
me.
check. He made $30 million to bob and weave.
That's what I'm saying. Floyd went
Was
out
it
there
30?
Just to go into the ring. That
Floyd
doesn't
went out
include
there.
everything
Floyd
else.
went out there for a check. When he was going up against Conor McGregor, that was real.
That was a
like
fight.
that
Yeah.
was a fight. That was like, hey, they're both trying to whoop each other's ass. It's legacies on the line. They're trying to do a gate. This right here, it was an expedition.
It's a cat playing with his toy.
It was just like, hey, look, Logan, I'm gonna go out. They probably had to talk. Logan, look, I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna rough you up a little bit, but I'm not gonna knock you out. So just try to hang and don't get caught.
I was arguing with Kevin Ioli, who covers MMA and boxing, and I said that this is like a nail in the coffin for boxing. And I said I don't understand how it isn't. When I think about it, as far as it being entertaining, of course it was entertaining, but this is going to be most likely the biggest selling pay-per-view for boxing this year. That's depressing. You're going to tell me that Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder is going to sell more?
No, not necessarily that, but I think that Errol Spence and Manny Pacquiao is definitely going to do a lot.
See, this is the difference, though. That fight, fighters care about, but this fight, the world cares about. Whether you hate him, which that's his fame. Both of these Paul brothers are the most hated human beings on the planet. That's why people love them. They want to see what they do. They're such a hater that they want to see them get knocked out, but it doesn't happen. So all those haters of Logan Paul can't say shit.
Everyone wants to watch a car accident. Like, I hate to say it. Like, everybody,
That's why you slow down.
Right.
That's why you slow
down. And that's
look at
exactly
it.
what this was. And I think they both lost, in my opinion. Like, Logan Paul got a little bit more notoriety. He went 8 rounds against, Floyd, but it didn't make Floyd look good.
No.
Mayweather was lose.
They both did not lose. Floyd lost.
Yes.
I think
Logan won.
Yeah, Logan made it. I was shocked. I said that Floyd was going to get him in 4 rounds, and then you start watching the fight and the fact that Floyd threw 0 punches in the first round. 0. Zero.
He was feeling him out. He was feeling him out.
Zero punches. You're the greatest boxer of all time. You threw 0 punches against the fucking YouTuber.
We keep calling Floyd the greatest boxer of all time.
The greatest defensive boxer. And if you look at stats, I mean,
defensive, yes.
He's ranked above, the greats. He really is. Like, when you look at stats. Personally, for me, defensive. You have to put that asterisk.
I can't put. It's got to be defensive because I can't put Floyd above Tyson. I can't put him above Ali.
Yeah.
Sugar Ray.
Yeah, it's like when you're talking about the GOAT. I mean, those guys. I'm not gonna say Floyd dodged anybody, but those guys went toe to toe with people that could have ended them.
Yeah, absolutely. I think when you look at this, though, like, it's not a good look for Floyd. Like, you and I are agreeing, Corey, because, like, Logan made it, again, 8 rounds. And I hate the people that are on, Twitter and social media like, oh, Logan's a pussy, this and that. Like, I'm not defending a Paul brother. I never will. But he got in the ring. Exhibition or not, even if it's a sparring match, he did what 99.99% of people will never do.
Listen, I do slap shots on Friday with 8 Mile, and, like, I get slapped hard, and I'm even hesitant to get slapped now.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't even imagine being
well,
like,
Bethany's a beast. I'd never want another slap.
Hey, that's different.
It's not different because I couldn't even imagine stepping in with Floyd Mayweather and taking punches to the face.
I would rather do that because you could at least have some self-defense.
Oh yeah, at least I could swing back. I can't smack these people back.
Bethany back.
that'd be a twist on the old promotion.
Yeah,
just all of a sudden haul off and knock someone out. No, but for real, like taking a real punch from a professional boxer is not a joke. Whether I think the Paul kid's an idiot or not.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a glass chin. That's all we can say about him at this point.
For me, Floyd loses on this because he made a mockery of the sport that gave him all the millions to get, afforded him all of the riches. He's the one who's retired the undefeated fighter and talks about his legacy so much, but he went ahead and put it on the line against a guy who is a YouTuber, all for the purposes of money. Is it a great business move? Yes, a great business move. You got in there with a guy who's saying he's inexperienced versus Floyd Mayweather is an understatement. So, I mean, and then on the fact of it, you got a workout. You got a sparring session in and you walked away with excess of what 30 million just to get an exercise. So it's a smart business decision, but as a boxing fan, it was the worst thing I watched in my life.
What did Paul make on the fight?
10.
He made 10? Oh
Yeah.
shit. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
See, but he makes that from a damn YouTube video.
Not anymore. No, you make one Suicide Forest joke, and all
the
your
thing
YouTube
is,
money goes away.
Yeah, right. You make that joke, his YouTube's still popping. It is.
Not
Check
as
the
much
numbers.
as it used to.
Check
and
the
plus,
numbers.
they demonetized him a lot on a lot of stuff.
He's not
for
making
that,
$10 million off a YouTube video.
Nah, he's making more.
He's making.
He's making a lot.
He's making it.
No, he said off of one YouTube video.
I bet you he could.
No.
Dude, them YouTubers, man. What's that little JoJo, whatever her damn name is?
Sakwa?
Siwa. Yeah, JoJo Siwa.
Speaking of fights,
she's making
before
more
I
money
exit-
than all of us in this room will our entire lives.
Speaking of fights before I exit, we do have real fights happening this weekend with UFC 263. We'll have the watch party here. Very excited. So make sure that you watch the recap. We'll recap the heavyweight spot in the UFC this weekend, but nobody talked about that thanks to Logan Paul. So we'll discuss that.
How does that make you feel, though, Art? Honestly, like as a huge UFC MMA fan, when the UFC and the MMA actually have a decent event over the weekend, and it's just overshadowed by a boxing exhibition with a YouTuber.
I think it's a bubble that's going to pop eventually. So there's no sense in getting upset about it. When I freaked out about it long enough to where it's like eventually one of these celebrity YouTuber kids are going to get knocked out, and then hopefully we can return to normal. I will say Ocho Cinco looked good, like for having like a rookie.
Yeah, on the ground.
Well, in the sense to where like he got dropped, and I understand that.
But he actually fought somebody that was a bare knuckle boxer.
And it was actually counted as a record fight. So it's like when I look at that and I look at like the Logan Paul situation and Jake Paul, and it's a bubble that's gonna pop. It's going to pop, but you have to give credit to these people for getting in the ring. I'll never call either of them, a pussy. They're clowns, but I'll never call them like a pussy.
They're tough clowns.
Yeah, they're tough clowns. They're doing what, and that's the difference between like combat. People could say, "Oh, I could shoot a 3-pointer." Yeah, but you're not getting injured by doing that unless you're an idiot and you don't know how to shoot. When you get in an octagon or a cage or a ring, you have the liability of getting not only CTE but concussions. Like it's a real thing. So as much as I give him credit and it pisses me off, I know it's going to pop eventually.
I'm going to go on record to say that Greektown fight was better than this Logan Paul versus Mayweather fight.
I would have paid for that.
Hell yeah. Front row
Greektown's
seat.
popping, man.
I'm not going to say how I watched the fight, but let's say I didn't pay for it.
Were you downtown for it?
No, I'm talking about this.
Oh, hey, you are. I
there
texted in the group chat. Who got a link? And you didn't send me a link.
I mean, I didn't really notice that until this morning.
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
Now, Corey was still bitter because we didn't invite him to the soccer game and to Adam's wedding.
You could have taken my
The black guys ain't invited nowhere.
Hey, we're going camping this weekend.
Yeah. Hey, Corey, you want to come camping with the all-white people? You've seen this movie before, right?
Yeah, in the woods. Woo. Turning my location on.
Right. Let's go on the canoe on the Blood River.
Just me and
Let's
you.
drink beer. No, we drink 8 Mile all weekend.
Get out. It's going to be a fun weekend up north at Petoskey. So, Art, thank you for coming on and talking the fights with us. You do have a watch party going on this weekend, though,
yeah,
right?
this Saturday, UFC 263, Israel Adesanya, Martin Vettori, also Nate Diaz, Leanna Edwards on the
I
card.
feel like Adesanya fights every other week.
It's gonna,
Hey, why didn't we get a Mayweather freaking watch party? Mayweather and Paul.
Because I don't support circuses. Like, I don't support clown shoes.
Hey,
like,
but you see ratings.
yeah.
It's all about
Easy
ratings.
covers, like, the celebrity stuff, you know?
The little teeny bopper stuff?
Yeah.
No, Easy was doing a play-by-play on our Twitter last night.
Yeah. That's Easy's
on
realm.
Spaces, and he was crushing it. So, what's up, Fish? You got a question?
Speaking of fighting,
Ooh.
we got
Watch the left.
we got another fight this weekend. It's mostly a social media fight, so I don't know how much attention it's gonna get.
Greektown Part 2 coming soon.
But it might pop. But we got Battle of the Platforms this weekend. It's YouTubers versus
All right, I'm
TikTokers fighting. You can leave, Art. They're fighting this weekend, and there's performances that are going to be happening this weekend. DJ Khaled is going to be performing Little Baby, Migos, and Trippie Redd.
I thought you just for a second. I thought you just were gonna say DJ Khaled was fighting. No, I will pay.
they're not
That will be the
fighting,
first pay-per-view
but
that
they
I
will
pay.
be performing at the fight.
Who would you put Khaled up against?
Fat Joe.
Ooh. Or like Rick Ross.
Ooh,
They would never fight each other.
Who? Rick Ross and Khaled?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is hypothetical.
It's like
Adam.
DJ Khaled versus Lil Wayne.
Oh, I'd take fucking Khaled all day, man.
So if you guys are on social media this weekend, this Saturday, you might see a lot of this going on. It's at the same venue as last night's fight in Miami at Saturday.
Isn't that part of that fight? I think I want to say it's Aaron Carter versus Lamar Odom.
Oh my God!
I don't know if it's on the card.
Jesus.
But
Yeah.
Who is it? Who can put more needles in their arm? No.
I thought that was a good one. Oh, he's laughing because that was actually a good one. Okay, glad we're on the same page
Dude,
here.
both those train wrecks. Can you imagine those strung out crackheads swinging on each other?
Shit.
Jesus.
Kardashians will all be on the sideline.
That's comedy.
It'll be all the strippers from the Bunny Ranch, like rooting for Lamar. And then you got Nick Carter just sitting there alone, like trying to root on his brother. Like that kid's
Dude,
a
that whole
disaster.
family.
Dude.
That whole family.
And I always think about that. Like everybody wants to be famous, everybody wants to be rich, but would you sacrifice like your sanity and like just your overall well-being to be Aaron Carter?
No.
Right. Yeah, I wouldn't
no.
trade lives with Aaron Carter for anything. Anything on this planet. You
There's
could
a
not.
certain point, like, yes, money is great to have,
Yeah.
but it reaches a point where you say, all right, you got to be Carter. Hell no.
No, hell no. I'm going to be
I wanna
Sam.
live, right.
Like, I'm good.
You don't know what tomorrow's going to look like.
I you know what? I want any of them Disney kids. I wouldn't trade lives with none of them.
No. And you see what happens when they grow up, man. It's like, look at Demi Lovato now. That girl is off the rails.
Yep. And that's
She
the thing, though. It's
confuses
like
me.
She confused herself. She don't even know what to do. Like, what do you mean? She looks in the mirror confused. How are you supposed to figure it out?
That is next level. When you want to talk about mental health, having fame at such a young age like
Yeah.
that,
Oh, yeah.
that is through the roof.
Yeah.
I can only imagine. I mean, we saw who's one of the first was probably Justin Bieber. You see some dude blowing up off of YouTube, probably the first to ever blow up off of YouTube.
Yep.
And then even he goes down the wrong path.
Yeah, I mean, Britney's off the rails. Like, Justin Timberlake did all right, though.
She
And
followed-
Ryan
she-
Gosling did all right. But outside of that, it seems like everybody else is just...
what's her name? Hillary Duff. She managed to escape a lot of.
Yeah, she did okay.
That was
She
my
did.
girl. I loved Hillary Duff.
What's up, Fish?
Corey is correct. It is not at the same venue. They're fighting in Atlantic City, New Jersey, at a hotel and casino
Okay.
on June 11th. So that's a Friday.
Are these sanctioned fights, do you know? Or they're just...
I have no clue. But Lamar Odom is fighting Aaron Carter on Friday.
Wham, bam, I think I'll be checked.
That is the only thing that I would want to be Aaron Carter, is he got to hang out with Shaq for a day. Like, that's the only thing that kid has in his life that I would ever want.
And hopefully I can hang out with Shaq one day without popping pills.
Oh, man. Well, that'll be an interesting fight this weekend, but make sure you're watching Woodward Sports for the Art of Combat. They are going to be doing a live watch party for the UFC fights this weekend. And coming up next, the world-famous Joey's News on the way right here on the Woodward Sports Network.
That's me.
Hi, I'm David Hall from Hall Financial. And at Hall Financial, we treat our clients like family. And our number one priority is giving each of our clients 5-star service. Our passion for 5-star service, combined with our expertise, allows us to find the best possible solution for refinancing your home loan. We take the time to focus on both the individual and the numbers. We're going to walk you through the process and close your loan in half the time of our competition. Go to davidhallmortgage.com today.
Good morning, everyone.
Extra, extra, read all about it.
Let's get into Joey's News.
Let's go.
I said it Wednesday night, Clippers were out. Thought they were done. Down 3-2. Bounces back to beat the Mavs. And you see on this right here, Kawhi dropped 45 on Friday. And then yesterday, nearly a triple-double with 28 points, 10 rebounds, 9 assists. And then you see Kawhi just locking down Luka at the end of the game.
Doncic trying to answer. Leonard draped on him. Doncic steps back, now drives, gets in the paint, falling away. Shot won't go. Rebound goes to Paul George.
I love to see that so much more than any great offensive play in the world. Seeing stars on defense like that means the world.
You don't see it too often, that's why.
No, everybody's trying to bitch at the refs too much instead of getting back on defense and guarding. Like, hey, that's the one thing that I will say I do love about, Kawhi. He's cerebral. He's locked in, and then after when he gets into the interviews, he's starting to try to loosen up a little bit. But hey, be T2, be the Terminator out there.
Yeah. Friday was a close one. You see Kawhi back-to-back on these step-back threes.
And he wants this matchup. 5 to shoot. Leonard, step back 3. Bang!
Quick crossover, man. Look how quick. Watch how quick he is with this, though. The back.
Shot clock at 6.
Nope.
Leonard, step back 3. Puts it in. He does it again.
That's what I love about Kawhi is he's so good at shooting, but you got to be scared of that drive. You cannot give that up.
I mean, he's a great two-way player. Probably the best in the league on both sides of the ball, and just love to see him put that together. And really hate the Clippers are still in the playoffs, but whatever.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the way they were playing against the Mavs yesterday, I'm seeing Clippers and Nets in the finals. Which, as much as everybody's bitching that the big market teams still aren't in right now, you would have LA versus Brooklyn. I don't know how much bigger you need than that.
I mean, you mentioned the Nets. It's going to be the Nets without James Harden, ruled out for Game 2, which is tonight at 7:30. The Nets taking on the Bucks, up 1-0. And yes, you see it right here. James Harden went out on that play, literally the first play of the game, and they still ended up beating them.
I mean, Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving. That's all you need. Those two healthy are good for, like, on any given night, at bare minimum, about 60 points. So, I mean, that Harden's overkill. If Harden gets there, that kind of puts the nail in the coffin on them winning the title. But I still think the Brooklyn Nets should be favored to win the title, even no matter how long Harden's out.
Yeah, I rest them this series, no matter what.
Yeah.
Like, all right, we got this, man. And, like, use it as a rallying cry for the rest of your. Let's win this for James so he can be with us in the next round. And, maybe that'll work out. But, yeah, I love watching Harden play. So to see him go out like that, it's tough. But
when you just look at this team, though, they got so many star players that, honestly, even though one goes out, they'll still carry it. And maybe having too many star players is bad for the team at some point.
Yeah, I mean, it eats up shots. There's only one ball to go around for everybody. So, I don't know. I love seeing all those guys out there. And I like how they've been using Harden coming off the bench and just letting him go. Just like, all right, Kyrie, KD, you kick off the game. Harden, when you're in, just go, baby.
And what's crazy about this? Imagine if they would have had Spencer Dinwiddie. He's out.
LaMarcus Aldridge, too.
Yeah, he had to retire.
He left, yeah.
He was gone. And then the guy that I was so happy that he was gone from Detroit. Freaking Blake Griffin is even making a difference on that court. 18 points, 14 rebounds.
You know what? With each game, Blake Griffin is increasing how loudly he's going to get booed when he returns to LCA. That's good. I think that I don't think I've seen any former athlete in Detroit sports history, or at least in recent Detroit sports history, become the villain so quickly.
Well, you sandbagged an entire city, held us hostage, and held our team back from growth. Then all of a sudden you get traded to a new team, and miraculously you can play. You don't dunk here for 2 years, and then you got like 40 dunks over the last 19 games for that team. Like,
looking like you bought some brand new knees off eBay or something.
And I think the thing that makes it the worst is that we were all up here like, man, we just wish Blake were healthy. He was out there trying to give it us all, and he just didn't have it anymore. And we respect Blake for going out there and trying to be a guy and be baller for the Pistons. And he comes to the Nets, and he's like, I get to really play.
Yeah.
I'm going to start this out. Anybody that smashed Kendall Jenner gets my respect. Automatically. But when you do what you did and the way he did it, because we all just thought he was expired.
Yeah, he smashed us. That's what happened.
Smashed the whole city of Detroit.
Right?
I got paid $61 million to go join the Nets.
What's up, Fish?
What if he wins the ring and just U-turns on all of us and retires?
That's fine.
I don't
care. Honestly, I don't care about
he would do
anything.
it not to play us, but maybe that'll be in his mind of,
I could give a damn what Blake Griffin does now.
He can go win this ring as a seventh man, because that's all he is at this point. Like, and that was our problem. We thought he was a star here, and obviously he's a good role player. That's what Blake Griffin is.
Julio Jones has been traded to the Tennessee Titans, and this was in the talks the last probably week or so, and it officially happened. Falcons receiving a 2022 second-round pick, 2023 fourth-round pick, and sends the Titans a 2023 sixth-round pick in exchange, and this is not a bad trade right here.
Oh, it's a great trade for the Tennessee Titans.
Unbelievable trade. This is going to make their offense one of the best.
Well, they were already the fifth-ranked offense last year, so now they're going to be like probably one or two. This just right here definitely stamps them as a top one or two, two or three. I don't want to say one, 2 or 3 team in the AFC. I believe that they're right there, smack dab number 2. And I don't know if Julio's going to take them over the top, but he's definitely another weapon that Tannehill will have at his disposal, and that's just going to make their offense that more potent and that more lethal to stop. You add that with A.J. Brown and King Henry, good God.
And I love, too, A.J. Brown coming out saying he's excited about this, too, because as another receiver, you don't ever hear that.
Right. And can we play that stiff arm by Derrick Henry just because?
Always a good time to watch it.
Yeah.
Because.
Whenever we bring up the Titans, we got to at least play one of these stiff arms, because Derrick Henry is just an absolute beast. Oh, God. It's poetry. Get the out of here. like that dude trains his whole life to tackle grown men, and this is what happens to him.
How do you feel as a grown man that another man moved you across, some yards with his hand?
Push you 6 feet in the air while he's running.
Madden used to have the truck stick for normal players. Now they got the Derrick Henry stick.
Like the stiff arm truck?
Yeah.
They had to put a new control in for Derrick Henry.
Right, it's another joystick that you got to have.
The power stiff arm.
We go on to boxing now. We just recapped Floyd Mayweather versus Logan Paul, the exhibition, and we all thought that Mayweather was just going to destroy him. But we got to give it up, even though we hate it. Logan Paul lasting all 8 rounds without a knockout. Just a crazy fight right there.
I mean, hey, props.
Dude looks beast mode, man.
Props to Paul for getting them checks, but man, that last body shot, that's when I really thought that Paul was gonna fold, because Floyd wasn't hitting him with those face shots. But if you was watching the fight, he was hitting him with some mean body work, and you just saw Paul kind of fold a little bit,
right?
But he didn't get knocked out, so credit to him.
Now a technician. Floyd's a technician, and he went to work last night.
And Ocho Cinco, though, he was the one that got knocked out in the ring with Brian Maxwell. Still impressive, obviously, that he fought a great fighter, unlike in an exhibition-style fight. But he said that I think I'm ready for McGregor. That was his words.
You know what? I wanted
money.
to see Chad get knocked out, but thing is, his personality after the fight was just like, hey, I'm happy to be here. I'm not, I lasted. I didn't get killed. I'm cool.
$1 million in 8 minutes. This was his words, saying, I can't wait to celebrate tomorrow at McDonald's.
$1 million in 8 minutes.
Dude, imagine $1 million spending that at McDonald's.
Imagine making $1 million in 8 minutes.
Can't imagine that.
That'd be amazing. I mean, you did have to get knocked the hell out, but still.
I made $1 million in 8 minutes. Knock me the hell out.
I thought you said I made $1 million.
I literally,
you looked over too. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah. It's like, is that why you're wearing a new coat today?
New shoes on, nice lineup. Oh man,
right,
man.
Is there something you need to tell us, Corey?
We got to shout out CMU. It was amazing hearing the news of them beating Michigan. We were all like, damn. But then they lose to the Notre Dame Fighting Irish 14-2 in the NCAA regional final elimination game in baseball. But I love this. Home run cape and football helmet celebration. This is what they do after home runs.
But the Chippewas, another home run.
The cape is getting some mileage now. The helmet.
Put your cape on, young man. And actually, Alex, you were out at the Orchard Lake St. Mary's game this weekend, and I know I talk about St. Mary's a lot, but who was it? Brock threw over 100 miles an hour for the first time?
Yeah, he hit 100.
Dude.
Is that unheard of in high school baseball?
It's not unheard of. There was a kid named Ryan Anderson when I went to high school. He went to Divine Child, big lefty. Ended up getting drafted by the Mariners, who topped 100. And it happens every now and then, but it doesn't happen often.
What are them balls at the batting cage?
You get to pick. You usually could go 35, 45, 65, or 75.
Yeah, man, that's crazy. 30 more miles per hour.
Yeah.
Like when I try the fastball, it is crazy.
Yeah, so congratulations to Brock from St. Mary's hitting over 100. I saw that tweet yesterday. I was like, oh, my God, man, I got to go watch this kid pitch.
Yeah, another thing you got to watch, too, is Saturday nights in Greektown. Gets wild. This is the first weekend with this curfew being lifted, and this is how we react. Well, not we. Detroit reacts. Just craziness in there. Like, look, just going nuts. I've never seen so many cops.
And that's not even my favorite video from Greektown of the weekend. There was a girl doing backflips and splits in the middle of the street.
Was that a part of this?
No, it was not a part of this.
You know what?
What, you know her?
Oh, hell no.
I thought you were going to say, you know
I
what?
was just going to say, like, that, hell no, with smash. The way she...
That was like 20 seconds delayed.
No.
She was nasty, but the way she was doing those, though, she was badass.
To go to Herman Kiefer messing with something like that. But no, I was just going to say, like, the way she hit that backflip into the splits right in front of old Shillelagh, got to give her a 10 for the move.
Could only imagine the way Corey Woods hit that, though.
No. Don't put that on me. Don't put that on me, Ricky Bobby.
So we go to Paige, our actual CMU girl, who we still got to congratulate CMU. Great accomplishments that they had this season. But every single Monday and Tuesday, you're going to be on with my news segment, giving us another story.
Yeah, definitely shout out to CMU. That was really cool seeing that. But today, or this past weekend, was the U.S. Gymnastics Nationals, and Simone Biles won her 7th all-around title. What the big deal about this is she's the first woman to win 7 of these. She's the first woman to even do it in the last 50 years. There hasn't even been a back-to-back win in 50 years, and she's done it 7 times. The Nationals started on Friday, and on Friday she got such a big lead with her scores that everyone knew that she was going to take this win. And every time that Simone has competed at these U.S. Nationals, she has won. She's been there 7 times, and she has won 7 times. It is absolutely insane. And I talked about Simone about 2 weeks ago when she had a bedazzled goat on her leotard, and she had a new one, same goat logo. She's really living up to her GOAT status in the gymnastics world for sure. And she was the most decorated gymnast at these nationals, so it's only fitting that she should be on that U.S. team in the Olympics in July, but the trials are in 2 weeks, so we'll see how that plays out, but she most likely will be on that team.
I have a. You like Simone Biles, don't you?
I do.
This is your second story you've done on her.
I know. I'm like, I swear, like I like other gymnasts, but she just keeps coming up in the news. She's doing really well.
Yeah,
right now.
she's absolute beast mode. So thank you, Paige, for coming on with your news update. And coming
Fun
up
fact,
next,
real quick, actually. Since we're talking about gymnastics, I once had to be a judge of a legit Michigan women's athletic gymnastics what do they call it? Match?
Meet.
Meet. I don't know why they had me do this. I had no clue about anything, but they needed a fill-in, so I said, I got y'all. I didn't have them at all. It was horrible.
I didn't have them all.
Did you have to do scoring and stuff?
Yes, I was scoring. It was the coolest thing.
You gave them all 10s?
Hell yeah.
And the other judges gave them a 3 and a 4, and you're like, oh, it's a
So
10.
Joey's like looking back and
I
forth.
was going
He's like,
off
what
of
are they
looks.
saying?
I was going off of look. The Michigan gymnastics team is bad.
Oh, it's from Michigan College.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some baddies out there.
Yeah. Good old gymnasts.
Yes. Now time to
Still your news.
Northwestern Tech.
There you go.
Northwestern Tech. Northwestern Tech. We got to shout out Northwestern Tech because, man, I love them so much. You see it right there. Just visit northwesterntech.edu. The website is on the screen because you will not regret this. This is the HVAC school that works. Heating and cooling, it's an industry I always brag about because it is not going anywhere. You've been through this entire COVID. A lot of us switched up our jobs, careers. I was even one of them that switched up the job. You got to think about a new career because this is only 10.5 months and the best hands-on HVAC program. So check them out right now at northwesterntech.edu. Hey, it's Joey from Woodward Sports at my favorite downtown Fenton, Bridge Street Exchange. Let's go check out their beautiful store. You know we love Michigan summers. Got to turn up on the lake. Pre-made mixed drinks. They even got their own beautiful Bridge Street Exchange t-shirts. I got mine on. Jewelry, they got you here. I got mine on. Titanium Buzz. If you're not quite ready to ask that big question yet with the jewelry, look nice for your girl. They got polos. And last but not least, the most comfortable shoes on the planet. Hey Dude. They're literally called Hey Dude. Shop here at Bridge Street Exchange, downtown Fenton. Support a locally owned business.
Welcome back to the Morning Woodward Show, live on the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network. Thank you guys for waking up with us this morning, and make sure you download our app. It is free and available for you right now in your Apple or Google Play stores. And it's Monday. We haven't done this in a couple weeks, but the Detroit Dolls are here. Ooh. And we got a new person, Joey. She says she knows you.
Yeah, that's my girl, Kelsey. What up, Kelsey?
Hi, Joey. How are you?
I am awesome. She did the one thing that you can never ask somebody is, you know, we met, right? And I was like, yeah, of course I know you, Kelsey. She said,
lying.
Where did we meet? You can't ask people that. That's messed up.
What do you got saved in as your phone? That's Joey's test.
I don't think Joey has my number. It's probably better
He's
that
got
way.
your number.
Yeah.
It just magically appears.
Yeah, I got it. I got
the
it.
minute you talk to Joey, your number goes in his phone.
Oh, Lord.
Yep, I got it. Well, welcome to our studio, Kelsey.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about yourself. Where you from? What you do?
I live just up the road in Pleasant Ridge. I'm a Pilates instructor. I am a spin instructor, and I also am a full-time art director, and I work in marketing.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Busy-ass woman, huh?
Always got to hustle, you know. Can't take a break. I'd rather be busy than bored. What else am I going to do, sit on my ass? I have to go and work out as much as I can and get paid doing it. Why not?
Right. So with Pilates, that's like more just stretching and stuff like that and using your body weight and whatnot. Am I completely off base?
You just insulted the entire sport or whatever it's considered.
The entire sport.
It's a sport?
I don't know.
Exercise.
It is exercise. You're right. Yeah, it's a lot of body awareness. It's a lot of strength and toning and working muscles that you didn't even realize that you had. And I taught this morning, and I said, when in doubt, just squeeze, because that's truly what we're doing. So.
That's my life motto. That's amazing.
See, they taught me that, though, in my first yoga class, and then you say you squeeze, but when you squeeze, you could possibly fart, and I don't like that.
I don't know if I want you to come to my class.
Yeah, you don't.
That's what I want to ask you. Like, is Pilates
about the farts? What you got to ask?
No, Girls don't do that.
Hey, Kelsey, you ever fart in a class?
Absolutely not. Never.
No, about Pilates and yoga.
Yes,
like, are they
lying.
neck and neck cousins or something like that?
Pilates, we do it on a reformer, so it's this moving platform. It's that scary machine that you see like rich white ladies doing, basically. Like, that is my clientele, unfortunately. I love them. They're wonderful.
So this ain't for you, Corey.
It's that absolutely stereotypical thing that you're gonna see.
I mean, what? I can be around with rich old white ladies. I mean, I want to.
I just offended my favorite guy in my morning class today. Sorry, Joe.
It ain't for me either, apparently. So
I want all rich white ladies and then Corey.
There's a bunch of gray hairs.
I like
It's a great way to meet women, though. So
You gotta wear Lululemon to this class, though, Corey. That's all you can wear.
There's a Lulu across the street.
Today, baby.
Hey man, I got bills. I'm trying to, get saved. Like,
I'll comp your first class. You come in Corey. It'll be great.
Where do you teach at?
I teach a solid core in Rochester.
In Rochester?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, it's fun.
Nice.
That's awesome. Well, we appreciate you coming in and
Of
talking
course.
about this because Pilates like that's one thing that none of us, I don't think, have ever done. But
I have.
Oh, you really
My
have?
sister was really into it for a while, and she even bought a reformer and had it at home
wow.
and everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this like it's that long bed type thing?
Mm-hmm.
It stretches the shit out of you.
There's funny. There's a
Absolutely.
place in
Stretch and
Northville.
squeeze.
There's a place in Northville. I used to always go and get ice cream, and then I would see all of these ladies doing it, and I was like, "What the hell are they doing over there?"
You're getting ice cream. They're stretching and squeezing.
Yeah.
Joey
You're
just
probably
eats
still
his ice
farting.
cream
It's
while
fine.
they're working
yeah.
out. Like, wow,
Yeah.
you're looking
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Keep up the great work.
It's
right?
a nice view, that's for damn sure.
Honestly,
oh, that's just the creeper move, just licking ice cream.
Slowly licking.
you said it, not me. It's a great
nice
place
view
to meet
because of
women
the muscles
too.
that you didn't know existed.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
why.
I bet.
Absolutely.
That's why.
Yeah. No, it's wonderful.
Well, where can people find you on social media?
At No Way Kelsey Ray, Instagram or Twitter. I'm on both. I might start TikTok. I don't know if that's my thing, but we'll see.
You've been late to the game, Kelsey.
I watch doom scroll. I watch everything. Do not get me wrong, but it's like, do we really need more of this on another app? I
Yes,
don't
we
know.
do. We do.
We'll see.
Well, thank you for coming in. We're
Yeah.
going to steal a picture off your Instagram and take one today and post it up.
Cool.
And you are now the official doll of the
Oh,
week.
God.
Congratulations.
Crown her.
Thank you.
Crown her right now. Crown her.
Oh, gosh.
Congratulations.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thanks
And
for having me.
When we come back, it is time for Fish and his facts. You ready, Fish? Got the thumbs up from the booth. We're going to do Fish Facts next on Woodward Sports.
Ever since Corey's been wearing this LeBron James jersey around the network, it's been falling down a lot.
And really, that's it. Dan Campbell is going to be the man for the Lions. Don't you agree, Corey? I didn't even touch you.
Is it time? Yeah, it is. Fish!
Go fish. Fish facts.
It's fish!
All right, Mr. Fish, you've had a long weekend, a good time. It is now time for your facts. Fish, what facts do you have for us today, buddy?
Well, it was a good weekend.
It was a good weekend.
We saw a trophy of the weekend last night. USA won.
Yeah.
We
I did
moved
see that
to-
against Mexico,
You
right?
saw that?
I saw that.
Yeah, they played very well.
And there was almost a fight and stuff too, right?
Yeah, there was several.
Yeah.
We go to basketball though, because over the weekend there was basketball. There was also hockey. Go Habs! I saw Habs band in the stands yesterday at the game. We go to the Clippers, who looked very well last night. They're the first team in NBA history with 20+ threes in a Game 7.
Nice. Yeah, they looked good yesterday, man. They really did. And if they keep playing like that, like I said, it's them and the Nets in the finals.
Yeah.
And someone else who looked good in the loss was my guy from Slovenia, Luka Doncic.
Yep, he looked good.
46 points, 7 rebounds, 14 assists, 5 3-pointers. He's the second player in NBA history, 45+ points, 10+ assists in a Game 7. Last to do it was Kevin Johnson.
Nice, good old KJ. Kevin Johnson was a hell of a point guard, man.
He was a beast.
He really was underrated, especially in was it NBA Jam?
Oh man! You ever heard of Homage the store?
Mm-mm.
They sell NBA Jam shirts, and I believe Kevin Johnson is on one of them. I have 2 of them. I have one with Shaq and Penny, and the other one is Lambeer and Zeke.
Yeah, I think it was KJ and Barkley.
Yeah, I think it was KJ.
Yeah.
Someone else who did very well yesterday in the win, he had lockdown defense, Kawhi Leonard.
Yes.
He got 28 points, 10 rebounds, 9 assists, 4 steals, 0 turnovers, 10 for 15 shooting. He's the second player with a 25-10-5 game on 0 turnovers in Game 7 since 1983. The other was, you can see it on the screen, but Kobe Bryant in 2002.
Yeah, that's the one thing I don't like now. I can see all the answers on the screen, so you can't ask me questions anymore. But 0 turnovers, man. Kawhi plays under control.
We have a video. I forgot what I'm doing. Today's Monday. That might be why. Today's Monday.
It's going to be a full week, damn it.
Yeah, I'm kind of happy about that. We go to a video, as always, not after the fact. My name is go to a video. This is a good catch from the football on Sunday.
Oh.
And yes, you are allowed to jump on the guy's shoulders. That is encouraged.
That is encouraged.
So, as a player, you just got to make sure the guy doesn't jump on your shoulders.
Nice.
Today is June 8th. June 7th. Oh, boy. June 7th. Off to a good start already. We go to 1892, where John J. Doyle of the Cleveland Spiders, who could be possibly their new name, is the first to pinch hit in a baseball game. So you can thank him for bringing pinch hitters into baseball.
That's nice.
1892.
Baseball's been around so damn long.
It has
so
been.
crazy.
Let's see. We got a Detroit Red Wing fact for you today, or history. 1997, Detroit Red Wings beat the Philadelphia Flyers 2-1 for a 4-0 series sweep. It's their 8th title in Wings franchise history. So D-Mac's probably going to talk about today on the hook.
He was already tweeting about it, man. If you go on Woodward Sports Twitter, you'll see a little homage to the
good news. We have
championship.
that in our facts today. 1997. Congratulations to the Red Wings.
Good job, Fish.
Title. And then we have Yankees beat the Indians in 16 innings. It's the longest game without a strikeout. That's in 1936.
Wow, that's crazy.
Can you imagine a game going 16 innings, 0 strikeouts?
Right. Pitchers sucked back then.
Corey, we have a birthday today.
Oh, God.
1975, Allen Iverson.
Hey.
Practice.
AI's AI.
Love AI. You know, he's a great. The casinos here in Detroit don't love him, but hey, that's another story.
Fish, turn up my volume real quick.
Listen, we talking about practice. Not a game, we talking about practice.
Practice.
That is one of the that's gonna go down in infamy for 30 more years from now. We're still gonna be talking about practice.
You can't say the word practice and not think that in your head.
No,
no, it's impossible.
That's how it's pronounced. It's not practice.
Practice.
Those are the facts. We're gonna have a fun day.
Talking about practice. Not a game, we talking about practice.
We're gonna have a fun day. We're gonna be talking about practice. And we're going to move on to Tuesday, where we'll have some more good facts and some good stuff that happened
random shit go
on this day in history.
Thank you, Fish.
Good sounders. I like the sounders.
That's how I feel about your facts today, buddy. Good job, Fish. Now it's time for Joey's dumbass of the day.
The Detroit Pistons select Darko Milicic.
World's dumbest criminal.
Well, so much for me calling him savvy because he had no idea where he's on the field.
When he crosses too many timeouts, it's a technical foul.
Dumbass!
This dumbass is the driver of a Kia Soul down the street. Did you guys see this?
Was it the hamster?
No, this was at 13 and Woodward, right down the street. I'm a sucker for police chases. I love police chases. And
I just imagine the hamster.
In a police chase. But watch this. The pit maneuver got into place on this police chase down the street 2 miles from our studio.
Got him.
What you gonna do when they come for you?
Oh, man.
They need to get that for driving the Kia Soul.
Right?
Yeah.
Those hamsters can't drive, man.
Dude, like, that's during daytime, too, right there down the street.
I've always wanted to pit maneuver somebody.
Yeah.
Like, how fun
I've
would
done
that
it.
be?
I've done it once.
Really?
Yeah, I was a part of a cop training.
Oh, okay.
It's not on the street. Just
So what's going on? Do you have any backstory to this?
There's really no backstory. It's just this Kia Soul driver is a dumbass for being on a police chase on Woodward, where it's impossible because that road is way too busy to try to be on a police chase.
Yeah, I think any road's a bad road to be on a police chase on, but, do you.
Woodward's just a little bit of a dumber road. So you are the dumbass of the day.
Thank you.
I try to avoid police chases.
You dumbass.
You dumbass. Thank you guys for waking up this morning with the Morning Woodward Show. Coming up next, Baligian and Bell. No Bell today, but two very special guests. Not only does Terry Foster come in on Mondays, but for the first time ever, making his debut on the Woodward Sports Network.
Don't tell them.
From University of Michigan. You don't want me to tell them?
Don't tell them.
Wide receiver
From University of Michigan.
From the University of Michigan. No, should we tell?
Yeah.
All right, Braylon Edwards is going to be joining the Woodward Sports Network today, subbing in, and he will be on from 11 till 1 o'clock with the Baligian and Bell show. So make sure you're tuning into that. Braylon, never short on opinions, always has good things to say. I love this dude, and I cannot wait to watch this show.
Hopefully, Braylon doesn't throw me into a wall again. I'll tell you about that later.
Yeah. Oh, all right. I like it. Drama already right off the start. So have a great Monday. Enjoy your Monday. Make sure you're watching Baligian and Bell up next at 11. And then, of course, The Hook from 3 to 5 as they commemorate a Stanley Cup championship with Darren McCarty. Have a great day, everybody. We'll talk to you tomorrow.